high school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Well, as you can see right there, a special day is on tap here at Mike Trout Field in Millville, New Jersey, as the Thunderbolts of Millville are hosting the Atlantic City Vikings, and this is Senior Day. Yeah, I did it the old, is it? I forget who did it. This is, the American Idol thing. I don't know why that came out that way. But Fred Melendez along with Ariel Melendez, and you see all the seniors being honored. They're receiving bouquets of flowers as they're coming out of the dugout with those flowers and whatnot. So, it's a very special day for the seniors. And I'll tell you what, Ariel, Senior Day on any kind of high school athletic team, it's just basically a culmination of all the work that you put in, not only at the high school level, but those who grow up playing these sports throughout the youth leagues and whatnot, all the practices that you do on their own, batting practice, baseball clinics and all that. So it's kind of a combination of all the things that these seniors have done throughout their careers.
Yeah, and what's pretty cool about it, too, as well, is you can see right now that they're actually honoring, I believe it's the girls in the dugout who help with the book and the rosters and kind of things like that, so they get a chance to be honored on the field as well, so it's a pretty cool moment for them as well to get this honor. But now I do believe we've got the players, and we're going to turn it over, I think, to the mic out there so we can hear the announcements.
Well, if we can, we'll wait.
See.
Yeah, we were a little light on the volume a minute ago, so we'll see if we can hear the on-field activities. Henry Colon, of course, we haven't talked about him too much this season, but him being a senior, he's going to get a start today, so that's kind of cool. That's another thing about Senior Day. A lot of times, the seniors who haven't gotten the chance to play do definitely at least start the game.
Yeah, and I don't know the exact, reasoning that Cologne didn't play a bit this season. I think there was a little bit of time he was out. Why he didn't play a lot this season, but as he's been back, he's been that primary left fielder this season. I think he's DH'd a little bit. I think we'll kind of do this throughout the game, as the seniors are going to be the first 6 in the lineup. We'll kind of take a look at their stats from this season and their stats from their career here at Millville as well. Obviously, we only have their varsity stats, of course, but I think we'll do that a little bit later on in the broadcast. We'll kind of let these guys have their moment right now. I think we'll see coming out of the dugout next, I believe Caden Mohair looks like he's got his poster all ready to go. I think he'll be. I think he doesn't even know who's going next.
Yeah. It's kind of cool that they created the posters. Of course, the parents are here to honor their athletes as well. There you see the parents of Henry Colon.
Yeah, those posters are. I think we saw it during basketball season as well. Is the creativity that goes into this as well? I know there's posters behind the dugout. I saw them putting them up right when I was walking up to the field. So it's pretty cool to see the creativity come out as well, and each of these seniors getting to have their moments. And I think I like here Connor Lacey here. It looks like he's the one handing out the hats that they're going to have for the seniors and the bouquets as well. So some nice teamwork there as well. And that is Caden Mulheron, the right fielder, who is going to make his way out for the photo op and line up on the third base side next.
And his family member, his mom right there. Looks like he's going to be joined by a teammate.
That is
his brother.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, I'm sure, for both him and Cole. Cole's actually going to be the starting pitcher today for the Thunderbolts. So pretty cool to be able to play on the same team as your brother. Obviously, I believe this is the only season they got a chance to play together, did Caden and Cole, because I don't know that I remember Cole from last season. But the fact that they are able to get to play together, at least for Caden's senior year, I'm sure has to be a pretty cool moment for both of them.
So they are getting their pictures taken.
I gotta say, I want to know who made the jersey of the lady that's taking the photos, because that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's got the orange and blue half and half, and the numbers, if the half is blue, the number is orange and vice versa. That's pretty clever thinking right there.
And a familiar name to the broadcasting team here. He's called a little bit up here as well. That's CJ Staniak getting a chance to start in the lineup today. He'll be at third base for this one, with his family getting ready for the photo op as well. Yeah, CJ's always, I think, a fan favorite of us up here, just because of him being able to dedicate his time to being able to call some of our games. I know recently he actually got his associate's degree as well. That's why him, and we'll see David Rodriguez as well, why they weren't at one of Millville's most recent games on the road. I believe that was the Mainland game that those two weren't able to be. And they were too busy getting smarter, is what we say. They were getting their associate's degree. I believe from the Tech, if I'm not mistaken, that's where those two were. So to be able to balance that and baseball is always impressive as well. But you know how much dedication these players have to have on the field, but to be able to have it kind of in school as well, and to be able to get it, get a degree while you're playing baseball is pretty cool.
A lot of coaches do stress the fact that these are scholar athletes. The scholar being the first part of the description is probably the most important thing, because school is the number one thing. You want to get your grades and all those things taken care of. You graduate on time. And if you're fortunate enough to go to college, that's another great thing. Matt Meiswinkle stepping on out now with his parents.
And actually, I didn't notice it till just now. They're actually giving the hats to the fathers. Oh. I just kind of noticed that they're handing a hat to them. Mom gets the flowers, of course. And yeah, Matt Meiswinkle, who's played on this team for a couple seasons, the second baseman. He'll be in the lineup per usual today. So I got to take the sunglasses off for the photo. It's a little bright out there, but got to find a way to squint and smile for the camera.
We want to see the pearly whites and the pearly eyes. Yes.
I think you right there. It's like, are we good? Do you want me to go over there? Do you need me over there? Just making sure they get the photos just right.
And they're all lining up along the third baseline. I think there's 6 total seniors. Is that correct?
Yeah, we have 6 seniors, so I know we still have at least one left. We have 2. I know we have 2 seniors left. Right. We'll see which one of them steps up first. But hey, take a look there at Matt Meiswinkle. We've seen Caden Mulherron, Henry Cologne, and CJ Staniak so far being honored. We're going to see who takes their way out of the dugout next as we pan right over. I think Wayne Hill and David Rodriguez doing a little rock, paper, scissors to see who has to go next. And they still can't find a winner. They're putting down the same thing, and Wayne Hill's like, oh, I lost. Well, I guess that's who was going last, because Hill wasn't very happy with himself for losing that one. But David Rodriguez, you see the sportsmanship and the gamesmanship is always there, even when you're just figuring out who's going to go out. But David Rodriguez, again, him and CJ getting a chance to get their associate's degrees. A couple days ago, they were honored with that. So they'll get a chance to make his way. Rodriguez, the first baseman, take his usual spot in the lineup.
Both of these two, Rodriguez and Hill, very smiley personalities.
Always, yeah.
When we had David after the game the other day, he was nothing but smiles. Of course, Millville won that game, so that helps.
That always helps when you're able to have that kind of game, and we'll talk about that game a little bit later on as well, because that was quite an impressive game for Rodriguez. And that one, but he's one of those guys, you always see him with a smile on his face. He's always styling, too, out there. You see the sunglasses?
Yep. Look at that smile.
Yeah, he's certainly happy. See all the bracelets? He's a stylish kind of guy. You always see him out there. The big smile, and the sunglasses stay on. You got to have style for the photo in this one, because Dad's got the matching ones as well. I know. Yeah, I like
captures them.
I like the posters. Yeah, he's always. It's not a surprise. He's always got that big smile. He's always laughing. He's always having a good time, and that's what it's about. As well as, deep down for these guys, it's all about baseball, but it's all about having fun as well. And Rodriguez is certainly one of the guys that epitomizes how much fun this is. There's another guy we talk about, always smile on his face. He's already got it before he even steps up to the plate there for the photo op. Is Wayne Hill will be the last one. Yeah, it looked like that rock, paper, scissors was to decide who had to go last. Mm-hmm. And Hill, always a competitive guy. We've seen that. Wasn't very happy that he was the one that had to round things out for Millville. But he's laughing his way up to the photo op here. His family there. Take the photo with him. Yeah, he's another guy that just always seems like he's having a good time no matter what's going on.
Of course, the photo shows a very stern game face
I don't think I've ever seen Wayne Hill look like that. I don't think I've ever seen Wayne Hill not have a smile on his face. So I don't know about that one. Maybe a little Photoshop on that one.
Okay.
I think Hill decided we had to be serious for one photo. Had to really capture himself as a Millville baseball athlete. But I don't know we've ever seen that kind of stern-looking Hill before.
So there you have them, the 6 seniors that are a big part of the Millville program this year. Wayne Hill, David Rodriguez, Matt Meiswinkle.
That's CJ Staniak. Matt, is that Henry Cole? That's one of the Mulherrons. I'll figure out which Mulherron. That's Caden
Mulherron, and of course Henry Cologne. Yeah.
I was like, I knew it was one of the Mulherrons there. But yeah, nice job too from their teammates, standing out there and clapping for them as well. And, nice of Atlantic City, obviously, to be able to, sit in the dugout and just kind of take the moment in as well. But nice to see us. I'd like to see I want to see how good this camera is. I want to see how we can get make sure everybody's in the photo. You see them backing it up there over the mound.
Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I count players. Looks like Wayne Hill. I don't see him in the
No, he's down, yeah. Well, this is our picture. I mean, I'm talking about the camera.
The camera work?
Yeah, I'm talking about,
the girl taking the photo.
Yeah, I want to see who's able to get the perfect photo there. Able to make sure. And I have a feeling, I'm not surprised here. We're probably going to get all the guys in a photo, just the 6 of them. We'll have a photo as well with the coaches. I think Wayne was ready to play. He started to walk away.
He wants to run out to center field.
And actually, we're making pretty good time as well. Thought we were going to be a little delayed to start this one, but only 3:51, so they got this ceremony done pretty quick. But yeah, you see the seniors there. And of course, the 2 girls as well. And they made a little gap in the middle for them, so they can get honored as well.
Yeah, these are moments. The senior night, like we said, it's a culmination of all the work that you put into it. But then these guys are going to remember these games for the rest of their lives when they get to class reunions and things like that. They're going to remember the times that they played baseball together and the wins and the losses, but more the wins, I'm sure.
Yeah, you always want to remember those a little bit more.
Absolutely.
And hopefully, they're able to put senior day out with a bang and find a way to get a win in this one, because tomorrow is the cutoff for the playoffs, state playoffs, as Millville unfortunately wasn't able to make it to the Cape Atlantic League playoffs. That was the top 6 teams. I think Millville just missed out on those playoffs. I believe they were the 7th or 8th. Or no, actually, that's just division. Sorry, I was thinking of just division. But yeah, tomorrow's the cutoff for the state playoffs. As of right now, we have heard from a source, very trusted source, that if Millville wins today, they could possibly have a home game, which is something we haven't broadcasted it yet. I don't believe we've called a state playoff game for Millville, so I think they're not the only ones hoping for a home game as well. I'm sure we're hoping for one. Everyone watching is hoping for one, so we get a chance to broadcast another game this year.
And I do want to thank all the people that were here Friday. I got a source talking about good sources. There were a few people who were wondering why we weren't doing that home game. And again, of course, we did that little video where we thanked the fans for watching, but I'm going to express that again. The fans have been super. All the comments that we've gotten through our broadcast, all the people that, even if you just tune in for a little bit and watch the game, we appreciate your viewership very much. The comments have been great, and we thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm sure Ariel's heart, all the positivity that you have placed upon us with the calls that we've made. We hope that you've enjoyed them, and hope, like I said, we have much more in the future. We're not going anywhere. So this last regular season game that we'll be covering, if they do have a home game in the playoffs, we certainly hope to be here as well. But that is to be determined, as they say, the old TBD.
Yeah, and speaking of your trusted source of Friday's game, obviously I think we can figure out who that might have been. I did check out Friday's game. As we said, didn't have a chance to broadcast that game, but I did come out to the field that day. And you always kind of think about the fact that you don't realize how many people are actually watching until you're not broadcasting. And I'll tell you, I was from the second I walked up to the field. Why are you guys doing the game? Why are you here? Why aren't you up there? And, you don't realize how many people actually recognize you and actually are watching. So I do appreciate the conversations I was able to have with some of the parents, and also being able to sit down there as well and just hear the chatter from the parents as well. You can see how much they're invested in their kids and in just Millville baseball in and of itself. But I couldn't even tell you the handful amount of people. I don't even know if I could count how many people, kind of talked to me and were like, hey, we recognize you. Why are you down here? And I thought that was a pretty cool moment. I mean, parents, I think ladies working the concession stand asked me. Even they were like, wait, we recognize your voice. Why weren't you doing the game today? Right. And I thought that was, a pretty cool moment. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do that. We would have loved to have been there. I know Millville unfortunately lost that game to Mainland. That was the second. That was the back-to-back game there. Unfortunately, didn't get a chance to do that one. But we always appreciate being able to be here and bring you guys, really great baseball, high school baseball. These kids give it their all out there. We've seen that pretty much all season long. So it's fun, and I hope we have another home game to do. Hopefully a playoff game. May be able to be here for that. I'm sure everybody would love to hear that as well. We'd certainly love to be here.
Absolutely, and believe me when I tell you, I know Ryan knows this. This is a passion of mine. I don't know how you got the passion, but I'm glad that you have it because it's great to have a father-daughter setup with these broadcasts. I really appreciate all the people that do tune in and the ones that say a few kind words to us. It's just a fun thing to do. I grew up wanting to do this. The high school and college levels are definitely the most exciting. And yeah, I grew up wanting to be in the pro hockey world, but that's okay. We get to do these games here, and there's no, how should I put it, no braggadociousness with these kids. Sometimes they get a little out of him, but for the most part,
sometimes
they love what they do out here. Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, it's always, and we hear it every day, every time that we're out here, the chatter from the dugouts and the support they have for each other. Some of the stuff we hear is, yeah, it's usually pretty safe for us to say up here. I don't know if I've ever heard anything that's been too bad, but it's always fun to see just the sportsmanship these teams have it, and it's hard-fought games all the time, and obviously you always want to win. That's always the goal here, but then you always see it at the end of a high school game, no matter what sport, the handshakes afterwards, and no matter how hard-fought the game was, no matter what happened, no matter if there was anything going on during it, afterwards, it's always smiles, it's always laughs, because some of these kids know each other. We especially talked about that in the Vineland game.
I was just
some of those kids grew up with each other. Rodriguez lived in Vineland, and he almost, I'm sure, in that game, Violet really wished he was on their team instead. But, these kids play up and grow up with each other. Atlantic City, probably, they may know some kids on this Atlantic City team because that's not that far of a drive, here from Millville. So these guys know each other, love competing against each other, love competing with each other. And that's really what it boils down to in high school.
And the Vineland game in particular, I noticed the smiles, even though, the result was what it was. Millville got the split on the second game, but the fact that these guys shake hands and they actually, they're smiling and laughing with each other.
They seem to like each other, right?
It's a rivalry. Don't get me wrong. They want to beat each other on the field, but once the game is over, it's camaraderie, companionship, and just great sportsmanship that these two teams, Vineland and Millville, showed that day, and it was very impressive to see that.
Yeah, and especially in such a heated rivalry that Millville-Vineland can be. To be able to see, these guys, these players afterwards laughing with each other, not taking anything to heart because it is just a game in the end. So being able to see them joking with each other, laughing with each other, being able to talk about, anything that happened afterwards with the smiles on their faces is always a nice thing to see in high school because, deep down these guys want to win, these guys want to compete. That's really what it is. They want to compete. And to be able to have games like that against Vineland, and I think you talked to Rodriguez and said, don't you wish you could play Vineland a couple more times? And he's kind of like, yeah, I do. Because games like that are fun. They really bring that kind of energy as you see Millville getting ready to take the field. So we'll be underway in just a little bit with this one. And we're going to talk about the seniors all day. We'll get into the lineups and everything in a little bit because Millville doing what they usually do on senior night. All 6 seniors in the lineup today as Cole Mulheron will get the start for Millville, his brother Caden in right field. I think that's probably a pretty cool moment for them as well, especially to have on senior day, is to have, your brother on the mound with you, out in the field with you. But all 6 seniors in the field today in the starting lineup. And we'll take a look first, though, at Atlantic City's starting lineup. Okay,
from 1 to 9, you see the right fielder leading off for Atlantic City. Brendan Cahill batting second, playing at third base will be Jake Downing. Number 1, the center fielder, Matt Master in the 3-hole. Cleaning up the lineup, cleaning up batters, what I'm trying to say. Jackson Barry, he's playing in the left field. Kevin Klein will bat fifth and play at second base. Number 6 hitter is the shortstop, Rancel Perez. Playing at first base, batting seventh, Trayvin Perry. The number 8 spot belongs to the catcher, Anthony DiLorenzo. And Vinny Conroy is the DH. Kind of a weird thing to see a DH in the number 9 hole, but that's where he is there. As the starting pitcher for Atlantic City today will be Zach Dinter. So he is not the batter. It'll be the Vinny Conroy, the batter there at the DH. Millville has completed its warm-up throws, and we're just about set for that first pitch. Here's their starting defensive roster. At first base, David Rodriguez. Matt Meiswinkle has played the bulk of the second base area. And, of course, Sergio Draws is their number 1 shortstop. C.J. Staniak getting the start at third base. In the outfield, Henry Colon gets the start. Left fielder, Steady center fielder Wayne Hill, and the right fielder will be Caden Mulherron. Behind the plate today will be Kevin Dick. And as we mentioned, Cole Mulherron will be the starting pitcher for the Thunderbolts as we are set for pitch number 1, Millville versus Atlantic City, and it's ball 1 to Brendan Cahill.
Yeah, a little bit, for the most part, a pretty standard look for Millville in the field. A couple of different changes. That one almost hits Cahill up there, but C.J. Staniak getting the start at third base today. The rest of the Millville infield looks pretty much as it does, just as the outfield does as well. As Cahill unable to lay off that one, brings Mulherron back in the count.
Yeah, that was not a comfortable swing by the batter. 2-1 is the count to Brendan Cahill, leading off the top of the first and the ball game for that matter here on Quinn Broadcasting, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and on Channel 22 on the Comcast Cable Network. Glad to have you no matter where you're watching.
Yes, Mulherron able to battle back into a 2-2 count here. Oh, he's got him on the ropes now if he can make this next pitch.
You know, if you like numbers, the count was 2-2. The pitcher's number 22 and the batter's number 22.
All the twos.
6 twos there.
Now a 3-2 count here.
Payoff pitch is lashed foul. He got around on it, but he pulls it foul.
And you saw Mulherron there, knew what he had to do there, pretty much put that one where Cahill was going to be able to swing at it. So trying to get the out, just maybe see if you can get him to be out in front maybe. But it's been a battle between batter and pitcher here, but it's Cahill who's going to win the battle as he'll take a walk.
Well, that's not what you want to see. You don't want to give up the leadoff walk on any inning, whether you're the home or away team. So there you have the leadoff man aboard. Cahill takes his leadoff first base, and that'll bring up Jake Downing, the third baseman for Atlantic City.
And not too big of a lead over there for Cahill, as Rodriguez keeps an eye on him.
Gets the strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, that was pretty good pitch to bunt at if he had kept the bunt out. Looks like they're going to try a little hit-and-run situation, most likely. A little sacrifice, I should say, to move the runner into scoring position. We'll see if he lays down the bunt again. Staniak over there in at third base, but Rodriguez obviously keeping Cahill close.
Swings through that one, and it's quickly 0-2 on Jake Downing.
And Downing well behind that pitch from Mulherron. So Mulherron on the driver's seat right now in this at-bat.
Want to finish him off as quickly as possible once you get an 0-2 count. Let's see if he can do it on 3 pitches. That one sails high. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter. Jake Downing, he'll be followed by Matt Master.
And you see over there Cahill at first base. Yeah, he really hasn't been taking too big of a lead. I mean, he took an extra step there, but...
Oh, got him to chase the outside pitch.
Yeah, I don't think Downing was really ever in that swing right there. By the time I think he recognized that pitch was well out of the zone, he's like, well, I've kind of already committed to my swing. So, yeah, he was not anywhere close to that one. But nice deception there from Mulherron to get the first out of the inning.
Yeah, he got him to chase a pitch that wound up way outside and low. 1 out. And strike 1 on the third batter for Atlantic City, Matt Master, the center fielder.
Yeah, Mulherron doing a little bit better of a job of getting ahead in these next 2 batters as he went down 2-0, ended up walking Cahill. So to get early strikes after that shows he isn't necessarily rattled by the first batter.
Runner breaking. They do not have a play at second. The throw is in time to first base. As Draws wisely.
That's about as close of a play as you can get, I think.
Wisely did not try to go for second base. The runner Cahill was pretty much there already.
Yeah, that was a pretty close play over there at first. And you watch Draws here way back on this one. He looked at second, but wisely knew that he wasn't going to have a play there. And at least from the live view, Master looked like he almost might have beat it out, but it's an out on the field.
Up the middle again. Draws gets that high hop, throws across a little more secure that time. And that'll end the inning. A back-to-back ground outs to the shortstop. No runs, no hits, errors, 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Millville gets its first crack at the plate.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
We're heading to the bottom of the first inning, a scoreless game so far, and Millville will be facing that man right there. I didn't write down his name.
That's Zach Dinter.
Thank you.
Number 32 will be the starting pitcher, he said, for the Vikings. And he will get ready to face a Millville roster that's got a little bit of a different look to it than we've seen for most of the season. Those top 6 spots all held by the seniors. Wayne Hill in his usual, he usually bats second, so getting a chance to lead off today, he'll play in center field. Matt Meiswinkle, the second baseman. David Rodriguez will be in the 3 spot. He'll be playing first base. C.J. Staniak getting the chance to be the cleanup hitter. He is at third base. Caden Mulherron in his usual spot in the lineup in right field. Henry Colon, left fielder for today. Sergio Draws a little bit lower down in the lineup than we usually see. He'll be the 7th batter playing shortstop today. Connor Lacey, the DH in this one. Get another unusual spot for the DH to be in, batting 8th in the lineup. And Kevin Dick will be the catcher today. Lacey there batting for our starting pitcher, Cole Mulherron. So you take a look at Wayne Hill over there, getting the tap on the helmet from Coach Dan Fimiani as he makes his way over to third base. But yeah, just a touch of a different look in that Millville lineup. A lot of familiar names, but obviously the seniors getting the chance to be in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 spots for this Millville team. We take a look at the fielding for Atlantic City.
First baseman will be Trayvon Perry. At second base, Kevin Klein. The shortstop for the Vikings, Rancel Perez. At third base, the hot corner, Jake Downing, will handle that. From left to right in the outfield, Jackson Barry, Matt Master, and Brendan Cahill. Anthony DiLorenzo is the backstop, playing the catcher spot, and our starting pitcher, Zach Dinter, for the Vikings. So he is just about set for his first pitch of the game. Wayne Hill looks at it, down low.
And taking a look at just some of the things that Wayne Hill has been able to do this year. Obviously, none of these stats will include what we end up with today, but Wayne Hill on the season, batting, just a crisp .407 on the year, slugging .559 on the season. I think he did.
Yeah.
I believe he took that one. Hill didn't even realize he's like, okay. I didn't think it hit me, but I'll take first base while we to do that. He's got 24 hits this year, 18 singles, 4 doubles, a triple, and a home run on the year. I think we remember that home run that he hit this season. 15 RBIs and 6 stolen bases. He's had at least 1 hit in all but 5 games for the Thunderbolts this season. So Wayne Hill, usually at the top of that lineup, does a pretty good job at getting on base for Millville.
So the HBP gets the leadoff runner on base. Both teams getting that leadoff man aboard. Let's see if Millville can capitalize.
Yeah, Matt Meiswinkle in the 2 spot today, batting a little bit higher up in the lineup as he fouls that one off. This year, the 3-year varsity, forgot to say Wayne Hill also has played on varsity 3 years. Meiswinkle, .341 this year, .409 slugging percentage, has 15 hits, most of those singles, 13 of them. He's also had 2 doubles, and he's walked 8 times, as well as 8 RBIs and also 3 stolen bases. So when he gets on base, he is finding a way to move it as well.
He's also finding a way to get well off first base. Thunderbolts are not shy to take those leads, and he is going to be picked. Oh, they threw the ball away.
First baseman didn't even realize he was coming.
Oh, my.
Yeah, first baseman had no idea he was even going to throw it to him.
Oh, boy.
That's a lot of miscommunication. Now, Hill may have took his stolen base chance a little bit too soon, but ends up allowing him to get 2 bases on that one, as there was some miscommunication there from, I think, the pitcher and the first baseman there. And, yeah, first base, you can tell, is not very happy that he wasn't aware of the situation.
So Hill winds up at third base, despite really being picked off. Ball gets away, and a good retrieval by Atlantic City's catcher, Anthony DiLorenzo.
Yeah, I don't think Hill necessarily wanted to take the extra chance. He got a little bit lucky being able to get the third, but taking a look again at what Meiswinkle's been able to do this season. Didn't have a chance to say this about Hill, as he got hit by the pitch. But one of the I kind of did this thing with all the seniors where I kind of took a look at their games throughout the season and, some of the best games that they had throughout the year. As Hill does decide to take the chance here, and he's going to get well in time. Yep. And I don't think Dinter was very happy with the fact that Hill slid into him, but when you're stepping over the plate, he's going to kind of has to have somewhere to slide there. But Millville a chance to get on the board early in this one with, error, stolen bases, any of the above. Allow Hill to score first and Millville able to get on the board first. But Meiswinkle this season, as I mentioned, the 13 singles, 2 doubles, 8 walks. So I think one of his better games of the season came just a couple weeks ago at Williamstown, and Millville's 10-5 win. So he swings through that one.
Yeah, he might have swung at ball 3.
But at Williamstown, he was 2 for 4, a single, a double, 2 RBIs, and a run in that 10-5 win for Millville just a couple weeks ago. Was Meiswinkle. Let's take a look at the Millville dugout here. They're pretty happy. And David Rodriguez again, always smile.
Even in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, even when he's getting ready to bat, as Meiswinkle again, I think, chased another ball there. So that's an early strikeout. I'm sure Dinter's happy to at least get an out there. David Rodriguez, again, smile coming up to the plate. He's going to do his little pre-at-bat ritual before he steps up there. Been quite a career for Rodriguez as well, the 3-year varsity starter. Batting .356 on the season, slugging a nice little .533 this year. 16 hits, 12 singles, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs. And I think one of the more important things is Rodriguez is a patient guy up there. He's got 10 walks on the season, so he only likes to swing at the pitches that he likes. And pretty interesting, he's got 3 stolen bases this year as well. So Rodriguez is able to move it a little bit when he needs to. But off to a pretty good year. And we talked about that Vineland game a little bit earlier as his best game, one of his best games of the season. And quite of an interesting stat in that was Millville had the 3-2 win. All Rodriguez did was go 3 for 3, have 3 singles and an RBI. Had 3 of Millville's 4 hits in that one. I think it was Draws, I believe, that had the other hit for Millville. But David Rodriguez accounting for a lot of that offense in that game against Vineland.
That one is going
well fouled off over there. That just hit the batting cage over there. Did it for Rodriguez. So he's got a 1-2 count. As you see.
Ooh,
just outside. Yep. Again, Rodriguez, you mentioned, has a lot of patience up at the plate, and that's something you like to see in your 3-hole batter or cleanup batter, as he usually kind of floats around those 2 spots for Millville. But the patience that he shows is C.J. Staniak up on the on-deck circle. As well, that's only the 11th walk of the year for Rodriguez. Gives Staniak a chance to have a runner on base, as he'll pick up the equipment here. David Rodriguez sheds, I think, about 3 or 4 pieces of cards where he makes his way up the first baseline. C.J. Staniak, the 2-year varsity player, batting .318 this year, .455 slugging percentage, has 7 hits and 6 RBIs on the season. Those are 4 singles, 3 doubles, a couple walks for him as well. And he's had a couple of games this year, as he fouls that one off, where it was a little bit tougher, I think, to pick his best game, as he had a couple games where he I think came in as a substitute and got a big hit for Millville. But looking at one of his best games of the season, you go back to the beginning of the season against Overbrook. That was an 11-1 win for Millville. Staniak had his name all over that game. Went 3 for 3, 2 singles, a double, 2 RBIs, and scored a run for Millville, as he'll look to maybe put another RBI under his name.
He's down in the count 0-2, but did a little trick thing with that first foul ball. It's hanging up on the fence there. I've never seen
I don't know how he even did that.
It's stuck on the fence there.
Yeah, he got that one to go right over the top. As you take a look at the Millville crowd out there ready to cheer on the Thunderbolts, as mentioned from a pretty good source that if Millville can win this game, home playoff game for them, as
Rodriguez is taking off, and there you see that.
And he's going to go to third.
And he's going to make it easily because the ball went deep into left field, comparatively speaking. That one got away.
Yeah, and speaking of stolen bases for Rodriguez, he adds another couple to his total there. Well, it's 1 and gets third on the error. But Rodriguez I think that's now his 4th stolen base of the year. So Millville doing a little running on the bases. We always see them be aggressive and go on the base paths, but they're certainly doing that in this first inning.
Staniak, it's going to foul, but it's going to stay in play. And it lands foul, not caught.
And again, the first baseman over there not happy with himself. That one did look like it moved a little. There was a little bit of wind. We do have a flag out there to kind of take a look at how the wind is blowing at this point, but you take a look over there. Look, yeah, he started over and then it tailed on him. Yeah, I don't think he recognized the spin the ball took. But that does allow Staniak to stay alive.
0-2 the count. Let's see what he does with the new life. Goes inside. Rodriguez does not advance. He'll hold at third.
Yeah, we've noticed this backstop doesn't really give any favors to the runners. It's a pretty quick bounce back to the catcher, and really it's only able to go if it bounces away, but not a lot of life back there for runners if you're looking to go third to home.
Yeah, they got the padding back there that pretty much deadens the ball, and there's not much room back there to begin with. So 1-2 the count on Staniak. He looks.
Well, I think he liked that one, but decided otherwise. It's one of those high pitches again we talk about all season long. Looking at Staniak's face, I think he liked it, but he realized it was going to be well out of his zone.
2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 run across. Staniak puts it out of play to the right side one more time.
Yeah, a good battle up here from Staniak. He's fouled a couple of tough pitches off. So you take a look. We have 3 baseballs up there.
Told you it's
Staniak's fouled 3 of them off, and I think 3 out of 4 of them. 3 out of 4 of them have gone up there. And Staniak actually works out the walk. I think I lost count of how many balls were in that at bat, but back-to-back walks for Millville puts Caden Mulheron up to bat. So Millville finding a way to get runners on base. And this one, I think actually if we had a hit by pitch and 2 walks in the inning so far, so Millville still doesn't have a hit, but a couple runners on base. Caden Mulheron, the 2-year varsity player, batting .208 on the season.
Pops it up, and it is behind us.
I was going to say, usually it's take a look at the catcher and the pitcher on those kind of plays to see where it ends up, but has 10 hits on the year, 8 of those singles, does have a double and a home run to his credit. I think as the umpire needs some more baseballs. Staniak fouled out quite a lot of them, so I think the umpire is going to need a little bit more, and I don't know that Millville can go get those ones right now.
No, they're pretty high up and stuck.
But Mulheron had one of his best games of the season a couple weeks ago.
Grounded to third. It took a high hop and goes into left field. Rodriguez will stroll home, and Millville leads 2-0.
Yeah, had another RBI onto the season for Mulheron. That's now double-digit, 10 RBIs. Puts Millville up 2-3. Runners on first and second now. Still 1 out in the inning. Henry Colon steps up to bat, but going real quick back to Mulheron against West Deptford, a 5-0 win for Millville. 2 for 3. You take a look at that hit right there. Just went over the glove of the third baseman there, Jake Downing.
That took a wicked hop, and now there's a shot to center field. A frozen rope, if you will, coming around. Staniak, the throw to the plate is not going to be in time. It actually bounces up and beyond the catcher.
I think Staniak stumbled on that slide, I got to tell you. If that ball gets to the catcher, that's a pretty close play, but I think Staniak might have stumbled, and he's laughing over there with Rodriguez. So take a look. A nice shot there from Colon. Puts it where no one is. Colon, just mentioned, we haven't talked about it much this season. Had one of his best games, unfortunately, in the loss against Mainland the other day, as Strauss fouls that one off. It was 1 for 3, had a double, a walk, and a run for Millville in that one. Colon finding a way to get something done for Millville.
Well, that's nice to see. You don't get too many chances to start, and his first at bat, he just drilled it to center field.
And so Draws, who normally is the leadoff man for Millville, we're not used to seeing him this far down the lineup. We'll look to keep things going. I don't know how often he gets to come up to bat with runners on second and third.
And we're watching the lead that Henry Colon is getting off second base.
Well, no one's watching him over there, so and the shortstop trying to act like he's going to do something, but
Foul straight back.
He's pretty far off, yeah, so they're making sure Cologne knows you can go as far as you want.
Oh, absolutely.
There's no one watching you over there. You might as well just go halfway down to third base at this point. I think I noticed that when I was here last Friday. I think it was with Cologne as well. As, you know, Fimiani lets you know how big of a lead you can take. Guess that one didn't hit Draws. I think it bounced and maybe hit him on the way. But, yeah, Fimiani always good at letting his players know how big of a lead. You're good. There's no one there. No one's there. So Cologne really taking that into account as he's pretty much playing shortstop at this point.
You see him bouncing through your picture there. That ball looked low, but Draws could not resist, so he fouls it off.
Yeah, his secondary lead is at the shortstop position.
Pretty much.
So anything hit to the outfield, I'm pretty sure Cologne's going home.
Runners at second and third, 1 out, 3 runs across. Mulherrin is at third base. Cologne is at second. Inside, ball gets away. A good jump off the third base bag and getting in safely.
And coming home is Cologne.
Cologne's going to score as well. I guess he touched the plate there. You can't see the plate because there's dirt all over.
Yeah, we're going to assume he did, but a really nice jump by Meiswinkle. You got to make that split-second decision in figuring out when to jump. Or sorry, not Meiswinkle, Mulherrin, that is.
I was just going to point that out.
Well, it's because I saw him in the picture. But Mulherrin getting a really nice jump there. As soon as that ball got away, took home, and Henry Cologne, we saw him jumping off of second. He wanted to come home as quick as he could, and with the ball getting away there, took his opportunity as well. So Millville already up 5-0, still only 1 out in the inning.
And ball 4, that's the third walk of the inning for Millville.
That brings up Connor Lacey. Millville to their 8th batter of the inning so far. Lacey, the DH, batting in the 8th spot today a little bit. Again, a little bit lower due to the seniors taking up the first 6 spots. So Lacey has a chance to move a runner.
Connor really does fill up that batter's box, doesn't he? Look how big he looks in there. Left-handed hitter. Looks at one low and away.
Yeah, and we've talked about this kind of a lot this season with Lacey and the work that we know he's put in. Not even just this year, but kind of every year on being able to get stronger and get better. And, yeah, he really does fill out that batter's box. As you mentioned, looks a lot different than little kid I used to know that annoyed me next door.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we have integral knowledge of the Lacey family. And certainly Connor, we saw him grow up. And it's good to see his success here at the high school level.
Yeah, he's a kid that's definitely put in, I say kid, and, you know, he's, I believe, a junior.
Right.
Here at Millville has put in so much work over the years, you know, in the backyard and on the field, just wherever he's been. And you can certainly see how much that's paid off for him getting a chance to be a starter on varsity this year. He had a chance to come up to varsity last year.
He's one of those players also that has a great joy for the game. He definitely loves to play baseball.
Yeah, one of those players that likes to play all year, likes to find a way, play in those tournaments, play on those travel teams, or just any way he can kind of play baseball, he wants to find a way.
2-1 pitch is called a ball. So a favorable count on Connor Lacey. Runner at first base is Sergio Draws. 5 runs across for Millville. Back-to-back RBI singles helping the cause. They called it a strike.
And I saw Lacey kind of go, okay. That one, at least from our angle, didn't look like it was going to be a strike, but full count now for Lacey as you see Draws getting his lead off of first.
Draws is going. Pitch is fouled. Is it in play? Nope. It's going to go out off the third base side.
And I'm not sure if that was a tailor-made hit-and-run situation or Lacey just happened to like the pitch. But again, Millville being aggressive on the base paths. They've always kind of done that throughout the year. They're never afraid to put runners in motion. We'll see if they decide to do that with Draws again as he gets his lead.
Full count pitch. That's outside. Fourth walk of the inning for Atlantic City given up. That'll move Draws to second base, and there's still just one out.
And Atlantic City's going to talk this one through as Kevin Dick, the ninth batter up this inning for Millville.
Yep, they batted around. Just want to make mention that you can watch us here on Quinn Broadcasting, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and on Channel 22. We want to always shout out to those who are watching. Bill Chapin is tuning in. Glad to have you. Al Ripa and Ryan Butcher also tuning in. Al Ripa, I believe, was referring to Wayne Hill when he was saying something about he could probably have 10 or more stolen bases. I don't know if he's talking about Hill or Rodriguez, but
or
nonetheless.
Cologne, even the way he's taking leads off of second base there. But yeah, Millville always putting runners in motion. They've never been afraid to do so, and they certainly have done it a couple of times and have gotten a couple of fortunate moves as well, as Wayne Hill certainly should have been, picked off first base there, but the throwaway, it's happened a couple times, allowed Millville to get a couple extra bases in this one as Kevin Dick will come up with runners on first and second as shortstop's pretty much on top of Draws. They're actually trying to pay a little bit more attention now. I'm pretty sure Draws and the shortstop were playing the same position in that moment.
Also want to make mention that Mike Versace is watching, so is Daisy Mercado, and we welcome Carl Elwood and William Chapin we mentioned as well. Glad to have you all with us here for Millville versus Atlantic City. A great first inning for the Thunderbolts. They moved to second base, but Draws, he wasn't really too far off the bag on that particular
No, I don't
play.
know that Draws is necessarily thinking of moving on this one. I don't know. I'm just trying to think about the shortstop, who I think is pretty much, when he comes over, standing right next to Draws. I don't know if he's trying to distract him maybe a little bit. He's doing that pound on the glove thing, maybe trying to get him off a little bit.
Rancel Perez trying to get something done. That was heading foul, unfortunately. Dick definitely got around on it, but he yanked it out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike on the number 9 hitter as Millville has batted around. 5 runs across and 2 runners on base. Only 1 out. Rough start for Zach Dinter. That one's popped up. First base side.
And they do say infield fly rule in effect because both. Yeah, they already called the infield fly rule. I think that was just a case of they didn't know which one was going for it. I think that's what that was. And Draws thought about maybe taking third, but the ball bounced right back. But that's those situations where you're a little bit more fortunate because they do call it the infield fly, where you don't have to catch it. I think we saw that. I don't know what game it was I was watching. I believe it was the mainland game where Matt Meiswinkle, they called infield fly. He lets it drop. You can tell. He lets it drop. And you're like, maybe I'll get someone to be a little bit more aggressive. Yeah, you wonder sometimes. Yeah, that one I think just bounced between them. I think they weren't sure which one was going to go for it.
That pitch is way outside.
But going back to Wayne Hill, I'm sure if I talked about his best game this year, was towards the beginning of the season against Jackson Memorial. A 10-0 win for Millville. Yeah, it was 3 for 3, 2 RBIs, and 4 runs scored. And that game was Hill.
1-0 pitch bouncing in. Good block by the catcher there, DiLorenzo. He's had a rough first inning.
And it hasn't been the greatest outing so far for Dinter up there. And just like it hasn't been for his catcher back there either. He's had a couple balls get away from it, a couple tough plays at the plate so far in this one. But I'll try to get out of this one. Say only giving up 5, but
Ooh, that one. How did that not hit?
Yeah, Hill ends up almost out to the pitcher's mound trying to avoid that one. And he's going to laugh about this one for a second. Yeah, I don't know how he doesn't get hit by that one. He's like, I'm good. I think it's more incredible that he didn't fall over. He did a nice job of bouncing all the way out there to make sure he didn't end up on his back. So I think that would have created even more laughs from the dugout.
Draws now at third base. Lacey at second. Hill tags it to left field, and it gets past the left fielder. Unable to make the play is Jackson Barry. Both runners will score.
Yeah, I was going to say I think Hill was thinking 3, but left fielder able to get that one in. But 2 more runs on the board for Millville. The 2 RBI double for Hill as he gets his equipment picked up. I think he lost a batting glove. He lost his helmet.
Well, that's because they got loosened up by the previous pitch.
They'll get that cleaned up there. But, yeah, nice hit ball just away from the outstretched glove of the left fielder out there. That's Jackson Berry, unable to make the play. Puts 2 more runs on the board for Millville as Hill 1 for 1 because of the hit by pitch, but adds a couple RBIs to his name. As Matt Meiswinkle will get his second at bat of the inning and of the game itself here.
Matt Meiswinkle is one of the 2 outs, and this is an adventure. That's going to drop.
And
Hill's going to score easily.
And this has been an adventure. I think the Atlantic City first baseman, Trayvon Perry, is just already ready for this one to be over. He's had a couple tough plays over there. I think the wind's playing a little effect, though. It's died down a little bit now, but unable to come up with that one as well as it's been an adventure over there at first base. So Meiswinkle on base again.
And that'll bring up David Rodriguez. He walked and scored earlier this inning. 2 outs, and that one's behind Rodriguez.
Yeah, and taking a look at what Rodriguez has been able to do over his 3-year career here as part of the Thunderbolt varsity team. He's batting .424 on his career, .669 slugging, has a total of 50 hits so far, not counting what he's done today. 34 singles, has 9 doubles. That one gets away from the first baseman. Meiswinkle's going to easily cruise into second as, again, this Atlantic City defense having a lot of trouble in this first inning. Being able to make, I think, almost simple plays. I don't know if they're thinking about it too much now that there's quite a bit of runs so far in this first inning, but Denter's got to find a way to get himself out of this one.
That's the second time that they've tried to pick off throw, and just as you mentioned, they're not communicating well or whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's the throws, if it's, Perry over at first, or if it's just a combination of a couple things. Just haven't worked, but Rodriguez again on his career, 34 singles, 9 doubles, has a triple, which I got to see him move around the bases for that triple during his career.
And
he gets hit by that one.
Wasn't much he could do about moving out of the way. It was just coming at him.
I think this is going to be it for Dinter.
Yep. So
it's been a struggle.
Second hit batter of the inning to go along with the 4 walks. So 6 Thunderbolts have gotten on base without really putting the ball in play.
Yeah, and Millville, yes. I think the first base coach is making sure Rodriguez is okay. I think he gave a little pat to the shoulder over there. As we'll get the new pitcher here. That is number 3. That's Josh Leibowitz. He will take the mound now for Atlantic City. He'll get a couple warm-in throws in. As that'll do it for Dinter as he goes he gives those 2/3 of an inning. I think you've got kind of everything that's happened so far in this inning. Couple walks.
4 hits.
Yep, 4 hits, couple walks, couple of hit batters as well.
Now, the 4th hit is kind of a charity hit because nobody actually played it. It landed. It should have been caught, but he wasn't anywhere near where the glove touched it or anything. If you're really a
stickler for it,
a very strict score, you would give an error on that, but it landed in shallow right field.
It's high school. Yeah. We'll give them hits here. It's senior day. You got to give the seniors their hits.
There you go.
But hey, take a look at the Millville dugout here. I mean, they've got a lot to be happy about. So far, I have 8 runs in this first inning. Now, the mercy rule is 10 runs for Millville. That's 98 career hits now for Wayne Hill.
So he's got a chance to get 100, maybe today.
And taking a look, obviously, again, not counting. I think then I was well behind because I had him at 88 coming in.
Okay.
So I don't know if – now I'm getting my stats from NJ.com, so maybe there's a couple missed hits or missed games in there. So
you want to know how loose Millville is right now? Rodriguez and Matt Meiswinkle, while the warm-up pitches were being thrown, were between the bases kind of playing footsies with each other, just kind of friendly kicking between themselves. So the runners are at first and second, 8 runs across for Millville here in the first inning. There are 2 outs. Ooh.
That one, thankfully, I think for Leibowitz, that one was just a practice throw. That one got well away. Yeah, I mean, so the stats that I'm using are a roundabout, I guess we'll say, of what Hill's been able to do. Obviously, he comes in with 98 hits, so I'm missing about 10 hits there on his career. So for the sake of that, we'll just stick to this season on what Hill's been able to do. But Hill's always been a productive player for Millville, and I think the fact that he's that close to 100 hits isn't really a surprise on what he's been able to do this season. As Staniak will get his second at bat of the inning.
Millville has already sent 12 men to the plate. This is the 13th batter.
Is that a coincidence? Number 13 is the 13th batter of the inning?
We're having number issues today. The
Let's
2-2
see.
count, 22 on the mound and 22 at the plate. And now we got the 13th batter being number 13.
And we'll see if 13 can be lucky in this one.
Well, he lays off. CJ wants to swing. You can tell he just wants to hit the ball. He flinched at that one.
Yeah, you can see just his facial expression. Like, I just want to swing. Give me a strike. I don't want to walk.
And he did walk his first time around. Shot to second. Bobbles.
Beats up the second baseman, but
the throw is just in time. So C.J. Staniak is the third out, but 13
he's not even mad about it either.
13 men come to the plate. 8 of them score, and they did it on just 4 hits and 3 errors, plenty of walks and 2 hit batters. So we had a little bit of everything there. Millville leads this one early, 8-0.
On that follow, Steve, just follow them all the way back to the dugout.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Senior day getting off to a very fantastic start for the Thunderbolts. They lead 8-0 after 1 inning. They're dancing in the dugout. The mascot kind of chiming to that We Are Young song.
I'm almost certainly very loose today.
13 batters to just 4 for Atlantic City in that first inning. Kevin Klein will lead off for the Vikings. He checked. Yeah, he did a little loop with the bat, but it's called a check swing. Mulherron's next pitch gets a strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike. Klein will be followed by Rancel Perez and Traven Perry. Pitch bouncing in. 2 balls and 1 strike on the leadoff man, Kevin Klein, here in the top of the second inning.
I like that yell from the dugout. Great vision. I don't know if we're saying it on that one, but
Yeah, that one came a little inside, but Klein does foul it off. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes, and again, there you have 22 with a 2-2 count. I guess that's going to happen a lot. I don't know why I bring it up.
yeah, I don't know if we can. It was coincidental, I think, on the earlier one though, with the 2 batter and 2-2. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the batter that made me think of it. So there's a lot of 2-2 counts in this game. So we'll just mention it once.
The second strikeout for Mulherron gets him looking on that one.
Perez, the batter now. The Viking shortstop looks at one on the high corner. Strike 1. Mulherrin again comes to the plate, and it's ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And I think as a pitcher, Mulherrin's pretty happy with the way the bottom of that first inning went. Has 8 runs of support now behind him. But you always talk about pitchers sitting for a long time, and if that affects them in any way. But so far, I don't think it's phased him any bit.
2-1 pitch, swing, and a miss.
And I think Mulherrin just wants to get through this inning, get those bats up.
Well, with a lead like that, you can also just fire the ball at will. That one's pretty well stroked to left field. It's just inside the line. So he'll round first and get to second base. Good throw from the outfield, but easily getting into second is Rancel Perez. He got a good piece of that ball and just nailed it inside the left field line.
Yeah, that's what you're doing pretty much now if you're the Vikings, is you're just trying to find a way to make any positives happen. And good job for Perez to be able to get in there with a double and just maybe even try to find a way to get something going for the Vikings.
Strike on the inside corner to Traven Perry.
And I think Perry'd like to find a way to get his bat on this ball right now. It was a tough bottom of the first in the field for him, so he'd like to at least change his fortunes with a nice offensive battle.
Pitch is low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner in scoring position with 1 out for Atlantic City. Swing and a miss. Oh, I tell you what,
movement on that pitch. Yeah.
Took something off that or did something a little bit different, if you will.
You could tell by the swing of Perry that, yeah, he didn't even know that that one was moving like that.
Ahead in the count, 1-2. Tried the same kind of pitch, bounces in on Dick to throw to third. Not going to be in time as he threw it outside the bag.
And a nice pop-up by Dick to be able to make a play happen. But, yeah, just threw it to the outside of the bag. But a good job by Staniak to keep that from getting away. As
that pitch bouncing, I think that's a wild pitch.
Yeah, I'd give that more a wild pitch than anything, yeah. It doesn't matter. Mulherrin just comes back and says, I'm just going to strike you out now. Another strikeout looking is second of the inning, third of the game for Mulherrin.
The number 8 hitter in the Atlantic City lineup, Anthony DiLorenzo, the catcher. Missing inside. Mulherrin ready with the next pitch. That one catches the corner. Pretty similar spot.
Yeah, one's called a ball and one's called a strike. So 1-1 the count here.
Swings through that one. Good pitch by Mulherrin.
Yeah, that wasn't exactly a textbook swing there from DiLorenzo. Mulherrin has another batter on the ropes.
1-2 offering. Oh, I tell you what, Dick tried to frame it.
I think Kevin Dick thought that was strike 3. He was about to walk off the field. Yeah, that was a pretty good location.
Yeah, he tried to do a little Picasso painting on the corner there. He did not get the call, though.
All right, can I make the top 2-2 count 2 outs?
There you go.
Can you make that joke now? Well, that one gets called strike 3, and he doesn't necessarily strike out the side in a way. There was a hit mixed in there, but 3 strikeouts in the inning for Mulherrin. He's got 4 strikeouts on the day. 1 hit for Atlantic City in the inning, 1 runner left on base. You take a look at the strikeout here from Mulherrin, and we'll just let it speak for itself. It's right on the outside corner. Nice job by Dick to bring that up. But
well, that's the one they called the ball.
Oh, that was okay. I wasn't sure on that one, but
yeah. It might have been low, but I'll tell you what, Dick really did his best to try to get that third strike there.
And he was ready to walk off the field. But a good inning for Mulherrin on the mound. Strikes out 3, leaves a runner on third base. So still 8-0 Millville. But we're going to stay here as we head to the second inning here for Millville.
Yeah, now Atlantic City coming in at 3-16, and the fielding and the pitching looks kind of gives away the fact that they are 3-16.
Yeah.
Not to criticize too much, but
yeah, and it's tough in high school, especially as now I believe this is the strikeout. Mm-hmm. We'll take a look here, Mulherrin. We'll see where this one was in relation to the last one.
Wow.
That one was okay. Well, maybe a makeup call. We'll call it because they had him struck out on the pitch before that one.
Of
So
those two pitches, the first one looked more like a strike.
I mean, he gets the strikeout anyway. Doesn't Mulherrin, but he gets it maybe on a pitch he necessarily shouldn't have. But yeah, talking about this Atlantic City team and in high school especially, to be 3-16, I'm sure it weighs on these players' minds.
Yeah.
Of course, they want to be as good as they can. They want to be the best, as they can. But to be able to come out every game and just give it your all and play, you always got to commend stuff like that as well, for a team that maybe the season isn't going the way they planned. But to be able to come out here and, just play and just do what they want to do. As you take a look over there, Mulherrin, he'll be the first batter of this inning. But, yeah, there's not really much else kind of you can say in terms of a team that is 3-16. Obviously, they have 3 wins on the year. They've lost their last 4, though, coming into this game. And Millville with an 8-0 lead looks like they are en route to giving them their 5th straight loss. But you never know. You never know what can happen in a 7-inning game. So Millville is going to want to try and keep their foot on the gas here if they can. Now, they do get 10 runs in this inning. We still have to play 5. So if Atlantic City is able to chip across some runs in that span, we do then go 7 as Mulherrin steps in. And that's Josh Leibowitz, who came in relief of Zach Dinter, who went 2/3 of an inning to start this one.
Gets past the third baseman. A good hit ball there by Mulherrin.
Almost a really nice play, though, by Jake Downing over there. Had to dive out for that one. I think just went past the outstretched glove.
Not sure, but I think all the batters are coming up to a little salsa music today.
And Henry Colon had a nice hit right through center field.
Oh, I'm sorry, Colon. Henry Colon. I'm not used to Henry batting, so yeah, he would get some salsa there.
As he had a hit right up the middle, his first at bat.
Ooh, good pitch.
Oh, and that's one of those pitches you think about later, like, oh, if I had recognized that, I could have crushed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Colon getting a chance to play.
And he took advantage of his first at bat. He lined it to center field for a base hit and an RBI single.
He has gotten his chance on varsity this year.
Strike is called. Two quick strikes.
A little bit. And closer to the pitch that Mulherrin did get the strikeout call, so at least that pitch is being called consistently. We'll say that much.
Good lead off first base by Mulherrin. 0-2 count on Colon.
So Colon will have to battle. Oh, yeah, he liked that one, but I think just got out in front of it. Maybe a little bit inside, too, so he kind of had to pull the bat head out.
I think that was more protected plate because that looked inside.
And Leibowitz maybe trying to get him to back off a little bit, but good job by Colon to be able to foul that one off.
Still 0-2 on Henry Colon. Now and again inside.
And I think Leibowitz is maybe trying to tell Colon a little something.
Yep. All these foul balls, of course, 2 of them stuck in the fence behind the plate. Lots of foul balls today.
And they're going to need every single one of those baseballs as, the umpire made sure to tell him, throw that one in, we need that one. As Staniak went out to grab that. Again, Colon down 0-2, but has fouled a couple tough inside pitches off. See if Leibowitz tries to go inside again. Quite a bit of a...
Got him to chase something. The batter is automatically out because of the occupation of first base, but the first base runner can advance, and that's what he did. So Mulherrin now is at second base.
And I think, a good realization, I think, too, from Mulherrin to realize that he could go to second regardless. I always thought, too, if there was a runner on first, you couldn't advance on a drop third strike. I think it's with what... I'm not sure if that's with 1 out or... I know there's some rule.
Less than 2 outs.
Less than 2 outs. Yeah. So I guess he really couldn't have.
No, he was out. The batter was out.
But a good job, too, though, by Mulherrin, recognizing that he, though, could take second base. Get a runner into scoring position here as Sergio Andrade steps up.
1 out in the inning. Mulherrin at second base following his second hit of the game. Leibowitz is showing nice breaking stuff, but that one sails outside. Welcome Mark Lacey, our good friend, to the broadcast. He's watching on Facebook Live. That one's hit pretty well to center. Right center field. That's going to find some room all the way back to the fence. An easy path home for Mulherrin, and Millville has their 9th run on the double by Sergio Draws, and he nailed it to right center.
I'll tell you, that one looked like it almost was going to carry out of here. Just drops at the bottom of the fence between the right and center fielder out there. So easy double. I almost didn't know where Draws was for a second. He was just taking the equipment off. And Lacey with a chance to help Millville put that 10th run up on the board. Would put us into Mercyville territory, but again, still have to play 5 innings. So that one goes inside. Easy path to third for Draws. You take a look at that one. Yep, just catches the bottom of the fence out there. So Drosby got a little bit more under that. Might have sent that one out. But he'll just take that RBI double.
1-0 count on Connor Lacey. He walked and scored his first time up. He cracks this one to center field. This one is off the fence. Lacey.
Yeah, you got to lay.
That is a very long single, my friends. 330-foot single. Wow.
Yeah, I think maybe he thought that was going to go out. So, yeah, Firmiani over there is kind of like, what are you doing? But he's got the smile on his face. So he's like, all right, I think Lacey got caught watching.
But he drilled it to the center field fence.
I'll tell you, that's one of the longest singles you'll see. But Lacey does end up with the RBI, though. I think he'll take that. I don't know. I really liked Firmiani's reaction to that one, though. He had the hands out, smile on his face, like, come on. You knew you should have been on second.
Well, he's going to get his lead off first base with the RBI single. Popped up and out of play.
Kevin Dick just couldn't wait back on that one just a touch more.
Here's that shot off the fence.
Lazy. By the time he realized it.
Give credit to Matt Master. He played it well and kept it to a single. So good defense, even though that ball got over his head.
Yeah, you don't see singles much longer than that one, much deeper than that either. So that pretty much did hit square on the 330 back there. Kevin Dick with a 2-1 count. Again, only 1 out in the inning for Millville. Couple runs across already. Lacey gets his lead off there. And Lacey does take off, but really doesn't matter. Another walk in the inning. As Kevin Dick makes his way up to first base. He'll bring up Wayne Hill again. Runners on first and second for Millville. Just 1 out in the inning. But that is going to bring in a pinch runner for Millville as Kevin Dick will take a step away. I'm going to find out, I believe that's Donnie Potts, if I'm not mistaken. Figure that one out. I do believe that's Potts, number 25 for Millville. So that one comes inside on Hill. Yep, that is Dolan Potts, number 25 on first base for Millville. 1-0 count on Hill. A slow pitch there from Leibowitz. We mentioned that breaking ball is found away, and that one gets called a strike. So that one kind of froze Hill up there. You see Lacey there on second for Millville. He had a long single to center field. Nice job by the catcher. DiLorenzo to keep that one in front. 2-1 count here for Hill. Runners on first and second. Millville with a couple runs across in this inning already. They lead 10-0.
Ooh.
And I don't know about that pitch.
Sailed outside, but we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, it's a 2-2 count now for Hill.
I mean, we have the perfect view of that from behind the plate.
Yeah, that one looked at the other batter's box.
Yeah, it's squirreled to the outside, but it's a strike call.
That one gets away, and it looked back at the umpire like,
Yeah.
You sure that's a ball?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, full count here on Hill. We'll see what happens. The first baseman's had a little bit of trouble today, but they do call the infield fly rule. But he does make the catch over there. I'm sure that feels good.
Yep.
For Perry over at first base. As Matt Meiswinkle comes up, he's got a ball in his hand for the umpire. Said, here, I know we fouled a couple off and we can't get him, so here's another. Matt Meiswinkle will try to keep the inning alive for Millville.
Runners at first and second. That pitch is called a strike. Ooh, that one almost hit him. Pitch is outside, missing the plate.
Matt Meiswinkle, 2-1 count. That one also goes outside. A 3-1 now the count. Runners on first and second. Millville with a chance to load the bases if Meiswinkle is able to get on.
And that one's high, so the bases are loaded for the Thunderbolts.
And look who's up to bat. That is David Rodriguez. Eyes probably wide right now as he's got a chance to really break things open. I mean, 10-0's pretty much broken open as you can get, but Josh Leibowitz in a tough position here. 2 outs in the inning. Bases juiced for Rodriguez. Look at that smile. He knows he's got a chance to do something here.
First pitch to him is called a strike.
Yeah, that outside pitch is getting called, so. And looks like Firmiani just calming the crowd down a little bit. So Rodriguez steps back in, 0-1 count.
Pitch on the way, sails high.
And Rodriguez a good job to lay off that. As in a situation like this, he wants to find one he can probably put out beyond the fence, but a good job to lay off of that one.
Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Millville with 2 outs, but the base is loaded. Ooh, caught the corner.
Yep. Wow. That outside pitch is consistently getting called, so we'll at least keep it that way. It's been a consistent strike call, so it is what you want to see. At least if you're going to call it, you want to be consistent with it. So Rodriguez in a 1-2 hole here.
That one is low.
Yep, that's a good eye.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Connor Lacey at third. Kevin Dick at second. Runner at first base.
Donnie, it's Dolan Potts actually at second.
They made pinch runner?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to make sure I looked up. I had to correct his name. Dolan Potts came in to run for Kevin Dick. So I just want to get Kevin Dick to get the equipment back on. Get back there behind home plate. And then, other two. Yep, Lacey and Meiswinkle. And Staniak wants, you know what's in his mind here. You know what he wants, but he's got to be patient. Can't swing at something that, just like that. Good job to get out of the way. But bases loaded, 2 strikes, so the runners will be off with this pitch in the 3-2 count. We'll see if it ends up mattering. The runners will take their leads.
Oh, that hit.
It doesn't really matter either way.
He walks either way. I'm not sure that.
I don't know if it hit him or, either way, he's walking up the first base line.
Yeah, I think that might have grazed him. Not that he's acting upset, but yeah.
That might have got him on the leg, I think. We'll see. But bases stay loaded. 11-0 now for Millville. CJ Staniak comes in to the plate. He'll have a chance here. Rodriguez goes past the first baseman on his lead.
Number 9th hitter, the 9th hitter of the inning, looks at strike one, CJ Staniak.
Yeah, I don't think Staniak necessarily liked that one. He did hold off on it, but ends up being called a strike. See Staniak almost gets a piece of Potts over there. Good job by Potts to get away from that one.
Many reasons why they call it the hot corner. That's another one.
Sometimes you even got to be aware it's the base runner. As Fabiani's going to take a stroll down there to get that baseball. I think we are just going to wait. No, we're going to play on while Fabiani takes a stroll back. So that one comes in inside, and Potts decides to stay over there at third base. That didn't get, I don't know if that got far enough away from the catcher to really make a move there. Maybe he's like, I'm not sure, my coach isn't right here. I don't want to make the wrong move.
Yeah, De Lorenzo did a good job of knocking the ball down, keeping it within reasonable distance where the runner could not come home from third.
There's a 1-2 count here on Staniak. 2 outs in the inning. Millville with 3 runs across so far.
Waited on it, but that's in that spot, right field. It is caught by the second baseman. Nice job by Kevin Klein to get there and retire the side. But Millville does bat around one more time. They get 3 runs on the board. They leave the bases loaded. And we are done with 2 innings, and Millville is enjoying a rather comfortable 11-0 lead. So the Atlantic City Vikings, not the greatest start in the world. That 8-run inning certainly has set the tone for the Thunderbolts offensively for sure.
Yeah, and the Thunderbolts are certainly taking advantage of those walks. The pitching staff of the Vikings has put runners on base by walks, hit by pitches, stuff like that. But we're going to take a break here. You see Millville, 11-0 lead as we head to the 3rd inning.
Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is your hometown team for banking. We offer banking which is small town focused and customer based. We know you and we are for you. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is a non-profit and federally insured. Solid as a Thunderbolt airplane, we are your team. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union, 1601 Cedar Street.
Hi, I'm Bob Millard, President of Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union. Come see us and experience banking as it used to be.
High school baseball.
I think he walked.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Let me check. Let me go back and look.
We have 2 innings in the book here at Mike Trout Field, and senior day is going along rather smoothly for the home team. Millville leading Atlantic City 11-0, an 8 spot in the first inning, and then 3 more runs here in the second. So as we head to the top of the 3rd, an 11-0 lead for Millville. 9-1-2 coming up for Atlantic City. The number 9 hitter is their DH, Vinny Conroy. Misses for a ball.
Look pretty similar to that outside pitch. It's been getting called a strike. At least from our vantage point.
1-0 offering. That one's drilled, but right there to make the catch. Good job of positioning there by Caden Mulherron. He's right in tracks with the ball.
It's almost like he knew that one was going there.
So the line out is to right field for the first out of the inning. And the top of the order now for Atlantic City, Brendan Cahill. He walked his first time up. Wound up being stranded at second base.
Very emphatic good eye over there.
You just never know what you're going to hear at the moments of these games. That one's drilled in the hole. Nobody's going to get that one. Base hit to left field. Brendan Cahill delivers. Only Atlantic City's second hit of the game, but he is 1 for 1, a walk and now a single. So that'll bring up Jake Downing, who struck out his first time up. Atlantic City just trying to avoid any mercy rulings by the fifth inning. They need to score at least 2 to do that by the top of the fifth inning. 1 out, 1 on for the Vikings. Drill past the mound. Possible double play. They flip the throw to first. Is in time.
It's about as quick as an inning as you can get for Millville.
A very good turn of the double play for Millville. That'll retire the side. So Atlantic City did get that one hit. And that shot there to second base was actually hit pretty well, but well enough on the ground for second baseman Matt Meiswinkle to cut across here as we'll watch. He makes a good scoop, a nice underhand flip, and a quick release by draws to first base. Rodriguez holds the bag and the ball, and it's a inning-ending double play for Atlantic City. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Millville 11 and Atlantic City nothing.
Here and in person, the fabulous Blackwood Quartet.
Come on, help us now. Hey!
Join us for a night of great Southern gospel music. It happens May 19th, 7 p.m. at New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey. Entrance is free, and a love offering will be taken. May 19th, 7 p.m. That's May 19th, 7 p.m. at New Life Church for the fabulous Blackwood Quartet.
High school baseball. It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Very efficient 3 innings defensively for Millville, capped off by that double play that ends the top of the third. Millville's offense aided by the walks that have been allowed and the hit by pitches, a couple of errors here and there, but Millville's also placed the ball and played pretty well. Sergio draws with an RBI double, and they are leading 11-1 as they come to the plate here in the bottom of the third.
But the Millville faithful certainly enjoying what they've seen from their Thunderbolts so far in this one with that 11-0 lead. Mulherron will step to the plate for, I believe, the third time today. Millville certainly found a couple different ways to bat around. You see the fans there; they see the camera. They know when to show off for the camera.
Mulherron is 2 for 2, a couple of singles, 2 runs scored. Pitch sails outside. Mulherron will be followed by Henry Colon and Sergio Draws, the first 3 Millville batters here in the bottom of the third. That pitch is outside again, 2-0.
And this is Josh Leibowitz out for his second full inning of relief. Came in that bottom of the first inning with 2 outs. So it looks like they're going to try and let him carry as much as he can rest of the way. So that one hits. There was no way for Mulherron to get out of the way of that one. Gets him square on the back. So he'll take a run up the first base line there.
That's the third hit batter for Millville. Officially, I think we had one that was hit.
We think David Rodriguez was hit by a pitch. Maybe we'll find out afterwards.
He got the walk anyway, but yeah.
The way he went up the first base line, it seemed like they might have got him on the leg.
He wasn't happy. I know that. And usually, as we've been pointing out, he's a pretty smiley guy. He wasn't smiling as he walked up to first base that time. Inside and another hit batter.
Well, Henry Colon shaking his head as he'll head up the first base line. Gets him kind of back behind the shoulder. And maybe that will be it for Leibowitz.
Yeah, it's been a tough afternoon for the two players that have worked the mound for the Vikings.
And we'll take a look at who's going to be coming in now for the Vikings. We always appreciate when we're able to get the opposing team's lineups. We especially appreciate when we're able to find out substitutes as well. As that's number 30, Fausto Martinez. That's a name there. I like that. Okay. We'll take the mound now for the Vikings, so he'll get his throws in here. But the third pitcher now on the afternoon for the Vikings. It hasn't been exactly stellar outing for any of their pitchers. You take a look at Lacey and Draws over there. Next couple batters potentially up for Millville.
Well, we're already in mercy rule territory, but as we pointed out, Millville has to complete the top of the fifth inning before the mercy rule is official. They're in position to do it, but they just got to get through that top of the fifth. At 11-0 Millville, 11 runs in the first 2 innings, 8 in the first, 3 more in the second, and it looks like they're going to rally for a few more here in the third.
Yeah, they're certainly looking like they're going to try and put a couple more runs up here. As runners on first and second, both hit by pitches, Mulherrin and Cologne. Not the easiest way to get on base, but they find a way either way. Doesn't matter how you get on base, sometimes they say it's what you do after that. But not exactly probably the most painful way you can to get on base.
Well, with the lineup being constructed the way it is, some key batters are coming up. They're batting 7th and 8th. But we have Sergio Draws followed by Connor Lacey, who have done their share of damage. Well, the mascot has plenty of reason to smile today. Of course, he always wears that smile.
Yeah, he just stared at. A little hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure he just stared dead at the camera.
Yeah.
He knows. He knows the camera over there. He's going to pose for it as well. Okay. The umpire's like, Millville's having some fun.
Well, you know what?
I think Millville was having a little fun there.
I can appreciate the fact that the home plate umpire was saying that with a smile and a chuckle.
Yeah, he knows these guys are out here to have some fun. It's 11-0. Draws and Lacey. Maybe a little gamesmanship there.
Pitch gets away from the catcher. Both runners will move up 90 feet. Mulherrin now at third, and Henry Colon at second.
I did like that, though. Both Lacey and Draws kind of just stood there, even though we knew who was up to bat. But, yeah, you always like it, too, when the umpire recognizes the situation, knows that they're not trying to show him up or anything. They're just having a good time. They're having some fun. It's 11-0. We got to find a way to make some laughs out here, so... But Draws now with a 2-0 count. Runners in scoring position now, both of them.
That time he gets the strike. Same pitch. He got a little more of a break on it to get the strike. So it's 2-1 on Sergio Draws. He has walked and doubled an RBI and 2 runs scored. That one sails outside.
Yeah, Martinez looks like he's trying to work the off-speed pitches. I think that's primarily what he's thrown to Draws in this at-bat. A good eye on Draws to realize, to not chase these pitches because, well, I say that, and then, of course, he does.
There you go.
I think that's the thing you see, too. When you have a pitcher up there who's not exactly throwing heat, if you catch one, you can probably drive it pretty far. But Draws, I think, really wanted to drive that one, but that was well out of his zone.
Yeah, he looks at ball 4, so the bases are loaded on 2 hit batters and a walk.
And no outs in the inning. You hear that song, Connor Lacey's coming up to bat. He's got the bases loaded now. Had a very, very long single in his last at-bat. I think he'd like to drive that ball just a little bit more. He drove that single out to that 330 area in center field. He'd like to get under it a little bit more and try and drive it further.
Strike is called.
Yep, that one catching the outside corner.
Bases jammed with Thunderbolts. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. Ooh.
Lacey, that was one that Lacey
wanted.
He wants back. And you got two underneath that one. That's the thing sometimes with off-speed pitches that you have to wait back on them as Lacey throws the guard off. I think he's like, that's getting in my way now. So I think Lacey means business.
He's in the hole, 0-2. Lashes it past the first base bag. 1 run will score. Here comes, they hold up the second one. Now he decides to come on.
I don't really know.
Wow. Not sure what happened there, but they do get the 2 runs.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Cologne didn't go because Josh should be on third at this point. Another long single for Lacey, but he gets a couple RBIs on that one.
He certainly roped it to right field.
And he went down for that one. Yeah, I guess he saw the throw bounce in. But, Cologne probably should have been scoring before that, and Josh should be on third. But, it's 13-0.
Yeah, can't really fault. 2 runs either way.
Can't really fault anybody here.
Yeah.
So Lacey drives in 2 runs on the single.
0-1 on Kevin Dick. Popped up and out of play.
Yeah, he's not happy with himself on that swing. Might have chased something there. So he's down in the hole, too.
Nobody out, 2 runs across.
And Kevin Dick's another one of those players you certainly see a lot of emotion from. And he's showing it a little bit as gets underneath that one. And, yep, he's not going to be happy on the fly out here as it's an infield fly rule either way. And Jaws might have had a shot if he...
There was nobody covering third.
Yes, the third baseman and shortstop came in for that play. But you're up 13 runs. You don't really need to push it like that. So 1 out in the inning now for Millville. Yeah, Kevin Dick wasn't happy with himself on those last 2 swings. And he certainly showed it. Sometimes I think it's tough for batters when you're only seeing that off-speed stuff, so you have to wait back on it. And again, Hill, he wanted more of that one, kind of pounds the bat a little bit after that swing. The umpire lets him know, I got 1 baseball left, so we're going to need some more to come in. And see if anybody's daring enough to go up there and get the ones that CJ fouled off up there.
That one's hit pretty well to center field. Racing over there to try to make the play. He does not, and it is gone! A home run for Wayne Hill. It just kept carrying in. Our vantage point, you can't really tell if it's enough, but Mr. Hill has left the building.
It's a 3-run home run for Wayne Hill. And yeah, that one kept carrying. And sometimes you can't tell. We thought a couple more would have been out of here. That's 99 career hits now for Wayne Hill. And the way this one's going, he might have another at-bat come up in this game. It's an emphatic 99 on the 3-run home run. 16-0 now for Millville. Think we can get Wayne Hill up one more time?
Well, they've got the 4th inning, and they've only got 1 out here in the 3rd.
As you see, Wayne Hill, just on the pitch before that. You see his face. He wanted it on the pitch prior.
Well, he turned that frown upside down on the very next pitch.
As Matt Meiswinkle will step in. He's already got 1 ball, 1-0 count. Fouls that one off. Yeah, Millville's just behind on some of these first swings on the off speeds. As now we take a look. Yeah, you see Wayne Hill. Yeah, he got all of that one. You see this one carry. Yeah, we couldn't tell it first, and then, just over the fence out there in left center field.
Yep, all Matt Master could do was watch it plop beyond the fence. Off-speed pitch is called a strike.
Yeah, that's what we've seen there from Martinez as he's primarily...
The hero's welcome at the plate.
He like the little hops. That's the Euro step to home plate for Wayne Hill.
Oh, almost caught the corner.
Yeah, so a 16-0 lead here for Millville, and they've done just about everything right in this one.
Winkle officially 1 for 2 with a walk, a single.
And
nice.
That off-speed got him.
Yep, that's the second time he has struck out.
That's some of those tough things, too, on those off-speed pitches when that's primarily all you're seeing. It's a tough time to try and find the right time to swing. Unfortunately for Winkle, just wasn't able to do it. Well, that'll bring up Rodriguez. 2 outs in the inning, no one on base.
He doesn't have an official at bat. He's been up 3 times, walked twice, was hit by a pitch. And he
almost gets hit by a pitch again. Rodriguez wasn't going to back off the plate for that one.
Nah, the one that he got hit on, he didn't move either. 1-0 offering.
Bounces to the plate.
So a lot of highlights in this game, and one of them being Wayne Hill now with 99 career hits, a double and a home run today. 5 RBIs, so senior day's been pretty good for Wayne Hill.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's hardly ever a game that you can say Wayne Hill's not on, but he's certainly turning it up for senior night.
2-1 the count. Wayne Hill, of course, yep, there he is. Having quite a day here on senior day. Grounded just foul.
Nice play over there by the first base coach. Wayne Hill would like to come up one more time, and the way Millville's hitting, he may just have might be tough, I should say, to get him up, because at this lead, Millville's only going to bat in the 4th inning, most likely.
Oh, that one's drilled to right field. Is it going to stay in the yard?
Almost.
Almost a great catch, actually. Rodriguez is hustling into second base.
He's got to book it.
Oh, I tell you what. That was struck. That was struck.
I'll tell you, that was almost an incredible catch out there from Cahill.
Brendan Cahill went as far as he could to try to make that play, and he didn't miss by much.
And I will tell you again, I think Rodriguez got caught watching, because he may be a little bit closer than could have been coming into second, but yeah, that would have been, and I think I have to see it maybe again, but I think Cahill, maybe he had it. I think it's the fence that caused him to drop it. So that'll put up Staniak.
Staniak looks at strike one.
And we'll see what happened here. I'm pretty sure it was the fence that caused Cahill to drop this one. Oh, no. Yeah, he ends up, I don't think he knew the fence was right there. That allowed him to not be able to make what was going to be a really nice play. Rodriguez stretching out over there. He's like, he knows he was able to leg out that double. He's like, I was able to get there. Staniak just, yeah, he knows. He knows he almost stepped out of the batter's box to swing at that pitch.
Well, that's what will happen when you have 2 strikes. You got to protect the plate, although that was well outside.
And you could tell, though, he looks right at his first base coach like, yeah, I know, I maybe chased that one quite a bit.
0-2 pitch up the middle, and it goes through. Staniak has a single. They're going to hold Rodriguez.
And they're not going to hold Staniak.
Well, the ball got away for a moment.
Rodriguez, I guess, is
I'm not sure Rodriguez was really knowing what was going on in center field.
And even so, yeah, he started to go, and then even as the ball rolled away almost to the dugout, he stayed on third. Could have been an RBI for Staniak, but yeah, I think Rodriguez, when you're not sure what's going on, you just stay there, but went out to chase that one, did Staniak, but he ends up with a double.
Well,
he was thinking 2 all the way.
He was. That's some charitable scoring, though.
I only say that because he never slowed down.
Okay.
The only reason I say that is because he never slowed down.
The outfield bobble doesn't play into your scoring.
I, to be fair, did not see the outfield bobble.
There was an outfield bobble.
But I only say double because Staniak never once slowed down, was going 2 all the way.
Bouncing in.
So, yeah, we got to give CJ the double on that one, I think.
Okay. All right.
It's senior day.
We
got to give the seniors their dues. 3-0 count.
I think the umpire just said 2-1.
Did he say 2-1? I don't know.
I think that's what I heard.
Mulherron, yeah. Another one of those pitches. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to tell on that scoreboard out there. I think there's a bulb missing on the strike area.
I heard the umpire say 2-1. That's a strike, so it's 2-2. 5 runs across in this inning for Millville, a 16-0 advantage in the bottom of the third. Grounded in the hole.
Yeah,
I don't think they're going to get him. Nope.
It was a nice job of staying in front of it, though. By Perez. Looked like it was going to take a tough bounce on him, but as Rodriguez and Colon are going to do a little shimmy.
That's Mulherron's third hit of the game. It's an RBI hit. Mulherron has also scored 3 times, so he's having himself quite a day at the plate. Rodriguez came home to score, and it's now 17-0. We have a football game here at Mike Trout Field today. 17-0.
And we say it might be tough for Wayne Hill to come up again, but the way they're batting in this inning.
Well, they batted around in every inning, at least 9 batters. They had 13 batters in the first. That one's drilled to left field, another single and RBI. So Henry Colon's having himself quite a day.
And we got the mascot celebrating out here as well. He wants to get it on the boom. Gets up there with Staniak. It's 18-0, and Damiani's coming to talk to the umpire. And he's going to take, Lacey, I think, is... Yeah, Lacey shook his head as if he's not going to bat.
Yeah.
And we are going to have a change. Yeah, 18-0. You're going to start to get your bench guys in there. So take a look here at who's going to step to the plate. You take a look at that hit by Colon. Just puts it where no one is.
That's just a great inside-out swing to the other side. The opposite field. Good back control, RBI single. Colon now with 2 hits and a hit bat. He was reached base on being hit by a pitch, so he is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Hit by a pitch, and he's got a couple of RBIs, so he's having himself quite a senior day.
And that's going to bring up the pinch hitter, Trevor Yeager. He'll step in for Lacey, so he'll become the DH in this one. Yeah, an 18-0 game. At this point, you want to try and get some of your other guys in. I'm a little surprised Fabiani waited a little this long. As we take a look over there, that's our security crew over there.
That one's launched to right field. Dropping in for a hit. The throw to third. Nice jump and snag. Now, I don't know why the runner. Is that the pinch runner?
No, that's Mulherron. That's Mulherron, yeah.
With 2 outs, you got to be moving.
As we'll have another new batter here for Millville. That is number 20. I don't have a number 20, so I am sorry. Okay. If any of the people watching can let us know. I believe this is one of the players I might have seen earlier in the JV uniform. So if anybody can let us know. I want to make sure we get names right here.
That one's hit pretty well. Actually, is in the shallow right field, and the catch is made by the second baseman. That is Kevin Klein, who makes the third out of the inning. But Millville again sending 12 batters to the plate. Actually 13 batters for the second time in this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 runs score in the inning. So after 3 innings of play, Millville is romping 18-0 on Seniors Day.
Here and in person, the fabulous Blackwood Quartet.
Come on, help us now. Hey!
Join us for a night of great Southern gospel music. It happens May 19th, 7 p.m. at New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey. Entrance is free, and a love offering will be taken. May 19th, 7 p.m. That's May 19th, 7 p.m. at New Life Church for the fabulous Blackwood Quartet.
It's time for sports on the Quinn Broadcasting Network.
QVC brings you local sporting events, action-packed specials, and play-by-play coverage of the area's sporting activities. From Pop Warner to college sports, Quinn Broadcasting covers it all. Join us now here on QVC for today's exciting event.
It's been quite a day for the Thunderbolts. They lead 18-0 as we head to the top of the fourth inning. Starting pitcher Cole Mulheron has been on the mound for the first 3 innings. He's only faced 2 batters over the minimum, 11 batters in the first 3 innings, and tosses a strike up against Matt Master.
Yeah, I think Mulheron's pretty happy with the effort he's gotten from the offense. He can pretty much just go out there and not really have to think too much. He got an 18-run lead here. I think Mulheron can pretty much just throw a pitch and go from there.
Well, he's got 2 quick strikes on Matt Master. Master grounded out to shortstop his first time up. 0-2 offering. Low and away. Glad to have all of you with us on the many avenues of watching. Now Ripa pointing out that Millville's got some batting practice in today in this game.
And what movement from Mulheron on that third pitch. Another strikeout looking. 5 on the day for Cole Mulheron up there. And that last pitch had plenty of movement on it.
Jackson Barry grounded out to shortstop his first time. Looks at ball 1.
Yeah, Dick tried to pull that one up, but umpire wasn't fooled on that one.
That one's drilled to left field, and that one's going to find the home run.
No, they say foul.
Oh, they say foul?
They say foul.
Well, I went by the third base coach.
Yeah, that looked like it was gone.
Wow.
Yeah, the third base coach says, "Are you serious?" He's looking right at the umpire like, you can't be serious.
Barry's smiling about it.
And the umpire said that was well outside of the pole.
I honestly did not see where the ball landed.
Well,
but it was hit pretty well. Let's see if we can find it here.
Kevin Dick back there, too. He's laughing, too.
Yeah, that's aftermath.
I think everybody kind of maybe thinks it was certainly the third base coach thought that one was gone.
3-1 count. That one bouncing in. So instead of the home run, Barry will get the walk. It's only the second walk allowed by Cole Mulheron. It's a 1-out walk to Jackson Barry, who I'm sure would rather have the home run, but he's at first base. Kevin Klein looked at strike 3 his first time up. Grounded towards second. Winkle bobbles it. He'll have to settle for the out at first.
No, they say David Rodriguez. They say Rodriguez got pulled off the bag. Yeah, tough play there at second for Meiswinkle. That one just ate him up and did the right thing and just deciding to go to first after all, but his throw ends up being off as well. So an error there for Meiswinkle. So take a look here. It eats him up over there at second. Goes to first, and yep, that did pull Rodriguez off. Rodriguez doesn't think it did, but it's the umpire's call that matters.
It looked like he was off the bag.
Yeah, Rodriguez does a pretty good job over there of being able to hang on to the base, but with the throw that wild, was just unable to do it. I think Rodriguez thinks they might be going bunt.
Rancel Perez is 1 for 1. He has Atlantic City's double, 2 hits in the game for the Vikings. Perez has one of them.
Yeah, Rodriguez certainly thinks that Perez is going to try and bunt here because he's playing in at first base, but Staniak's playing back, so not worried about holding him on at first.
Runner breaks towards third. Ball gets away from Dick on the swing. The batter is out, and again, because first base is occupied, he's automatically out. Everybody else moves up. The runner from second was already running. I did not notice if Klein was moving as well.
No, Klein wasn't moving on it, but yeah, the other runner, Barry, did take off on the throw. So Atlantic City with a chance to scratch across their first run of the game, but 2 outs in the inning. It's going to have to be done via either a hit or wild pitch.
Traven Perry looked at strike 3 his first time up. Atlantic City runners at second and third with 2 outs here in the top of the fourth.
Is well behind that.
Every so often, Mulherrin will unload one of those twisting pitches to the outside corner, and he's got the Atlantic City players really chasing. Good block by Dick. 2-2 the count. Jackson Berry at third base. Kevin Klein is at second. 2 outs in the inning. Ball gets away, and the runner will come in to try to score. He does. So Atlantic City is on the scoreboard as the wild pitch brings home Jackson Berry, moving up to third. Yeah, go ahead and cheer. Why not? They got a run.
And ends up coming on a wild pitch. But, yeah, I'm sure Atlantic City's happy to just get a run across in any way that they can.
It's a new ball game.
Yeah. Hey, you never know. You never know sometimes.
We got a ball game. Yes, we do.
You like that out there. You like that the opposing fans are able to have some fun as well. It's tough to have that kind of fun in this kind of game when your team's down as much as they are, but
well, they're rallying here as that walk puts runners at first and third and brings up Anthony DiLorenzo. The Viking catcher, he looked at strike 3 his first time up. Millville dugout, I don't think they're too concerned quite yet. Lofted in the shallow right field. And a catch is made. Mulherrin now, of course, the runner, the outfielder coming in usually does get the call to make the play. Matt Meiswinkle was out in the area as well, but the catch is made by Caden Mulherrin, and that'll end the top of the fourth. 1 run across for Atlantic City, 1 error for Millville, and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Millville up 18-1.
Okay. Look at him picking up the bat over here. Mascot wants to hit.
Here and in person, the fabulous Blackwood Quartet.
Come on, help us now. Hey!
Join us for a night of great Southern gospel music. It happens May 19th, 7 p.m. at New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey. Entrance is free, and a love offering will be taken. May 19th, 7 p.m. That's May 19th, 7 p.m. at New Life Church for the fabulous Blackwood Quartet.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Well, we're definitely in Mercy Rule territory. Millville batting in the fourth, bottom of the fourth. We have to play the top of the fifth, but with a 17-run lead, Atlantic City would have to rally for at least 8 runs in the top of the fifth without allowing any runs here in the bottom of the fourth.
Right, yeah, it's 18-1.
18-1. So
my math's not great, so I had to make sure I was counting correctly.
8 runs would have. Now that's again if Millville doesn't score.
Yeah, and what we've seen in the first 3 innings, that's pretty hard.
Well, by the numbers, the first inning 8, the second inning 3, and then in the third inning, Millville posted 7 runs. So they have scored in all 3 innings. They have sent 13 men to the plate twice. The first and third, they had 13 batters, and they batted around in the second.
And again, in a game like this, Martinez is going to get his second inning of work here. He'll face number 9 hitter Kevin Dick, and then we'll turn the lineup over. Wayne Hill, Matt Meiswinkle will be the first 3 batters up for Millville. We say first 3 because they've put up a lot more than 3 each inning.
First pitch to Dick misses outside. Kevin's been a bit unfortunate. He's been out on infield fly rules twice.
And he did get that walk mixed in as well as another fly ball.
This one will have to be caught, though, for the out, and the shortstop does make the catch, Rancel Perez.
I mean, you talk about a guy who's just had a tough day at the plate for what Millville's been able to do, Kevin Dick. And that music means Wayne Hill. Already a couple hits in the game so far, sitting on 99 career hits as a Thunderbolt.
He's having himself quite a day, a double, a home run, 5 RBIs, and 3 runs scored.
Hope he's got a chance here.
That one's hit to center
I
field.
think that one's going to hold up, though.
Yep, that's going to stay up and be caught in center field by Matt Master.
And unless, well, Millville's batted around in every inning, we've said, but unless Millville can find a way to do it again. Well, we do have a game. Millville does have a game tomorrow, so there's still another game for most likely Hill's going to find his way to 100.
Yeah, you can check that out. They have a home game tomorrow as well. They'll be here as of 4 o'clock. First pitch is fouled away by Matt Meiswinkle. He has walked, actually has singled and walked. Struck out twice otherwise. Yep, and we're in the 4th inning, and Millville has had the top of the order up 5 times. Not too shabby.
That one comes well inside on Meiswinkle.
Fausto Martinez working in his 3rd inning for Atlantic City. That one sails outside.
And we haven't really seen this so far from the Millville offense. First 2 batters, 2 outs. I haven't seen that from Millville so far as Martinez is trying to work the first 1-2-3 inning for Atlantic City.
2-1 offering up through the middle, and that's not going to be the case this time either. A single to center field by Matt Meiswinkle, his 2nd hit of the game.
That'll bring up Rodriguez. He's had an interesting day on the batter's box as well. Does he still not have an official at bat?
He doubled his last time
that's
up
right,
to right
he did
field.
double, yep.
But otherwise, 2 walks and a hit by pitch. He scored twice as an RBI. Popped that one up and out of play.
I did forget about the double there. And they're going to need some more baseballs here, as the umpire says. We are out. So they're going to have to find a way to find some of those foul balls.
0-1 offering to Martinez. Up a little bit too high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah. Fausto Martinez just trying to find the plate with his pitches.
It has not been easy at all for the Vikings pitching staff in this one.
That one's hit pretty well to left center field. However, good range and catch is made by Jackson Barry. That'll retire the side. So Millville only gets 1 hit in the inning. They leave 1. We are done with 4. And Millville's got an 18 spot on the board. They lead 18-1 as we head to the top of the 5th.
Imagine living without pain. For over 35 years, Doctors Beebe and Doyle have helped thousands of people find relief from all types of pain. Millville Chiropractic Center has 4 doctors on staff specializing in hands-on or light-touch, drug-free pain relief methods. The examination, x-rays, therapies, and adjustments are all performed at one location. Schedule a consultation today. Enjoy life without pain and discomfort. Millville Chiropractic Center, the area's #1 pain relief center.
It's time for sports on the Quinn Broadcasting Network. QVC brings you local sporting events, action-packed specials, and play-by-play coverage of the area's sporting activities. From Pop Warner to college sports, Quinn Broadcasting covers it all. Join us now here on QBC for today's exciting event.
Well, we may be working our last out. Mercy rule very much in effect with a score of 18-1 in favor of Millville. Fifth inning of work for the starter today on the mound for the Thunderbolts, Cole Mulheron. He's had a big lead pretty much from the get-go. Of course, he had to start the top of the first and only allowed the leadoff walk and retired the next three. Then Millville posted 8 runs, as you see right there, in the first. And it's been rather one-sided ever since as far as the scoreboard's concerned.
And we do have some changes out there in the field for Millville. We have a new catcher back there as that ends the day for Kevin Dick. That's number 14. That's, I believe, the JV uniform, so I don't have a name for you on that one. Trevor Yeager also steps in for so I believe that does it for Sergio Draws as well. Yeager comes in to play short. Usually over at third, but Staniak, obviously on Seniors Day, will get to stay in. But Mulheron working, as you mentioned, his 5th inning of work. He'll look to close this one out for Millville.
He's facing the middle of the order, and on the first pitch is fouled to the left side. Strike one. Actually, I didn't flip the book, so it's actually the 9, 1, and 2 hitters.
You're close enough.
Got caught up in watching the Millville lineup that I didn't flip the book. It's 9, 1, and 2, the batters here for Atlantic City. Vince, otherwise known as Vinny Conroy, 0 for 1 officially with the line out to right field. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Top of the order to follow, Brendan Cahill and Jake Downing looking to do anything to get this game not to go 5 innings, but they've got to score, as we mentioned, at least 8 runs.
They've got some work cut out for them to be able to keep this one going. Yeah, you see that 18-1 score. It's a 10-run mercy rule.
Meiswinkle does a good job of handling that hop, and he gets the out at first base. That was a tricky last bounce, but Matt Meiswinkle makes the play for out number 1.
And
I'm not sure why the entire dugout. I guess they're going to switch everybody.
The seniors. Are they taking all this? Yep, they're taking all the seniors out.
Okay, so we have massive changes. I don't think we need to get them all because I don't think we can.
And let's see. We got Brady Middlecoff coming in to play third base. I'm going to try and get him for you. That's number 16, Garrett Shapiro, going out to center. Coming out to right field is Matt Cavanaugh.
It's a lovely scene at the dugout area. All the seniors getting hugs from the coaching staff. Wayne Hill, of course, had a big day for the Thunderbolts. He's a regular starter, but he's a senior.
Dolan Potts is the new second baseman, and that's Jacob Butcher at first base. He didn't give me much credit there to be able to figure out if I was going to be able to get all those names.
We have a roster, so I guess you could do it.
So
we'll 8 changes though.
We'll run through that again. That's Jacob Butcher at first base. Dolan Potts is the new second baseman. We talked about Trevor Yeager coming in to play shortstop. Brady Middlecoff is your new third baseman. Out there in left field, Gavin McGuire usually pitches. You don't see him in the field too often. Then over there in center field, Matt Cavanaugh. You kind of like that moment for Vimiani to be able to do it. Decides to take all his seniors out at the same time. Get them to have that moment together as they come off the field. I think Mulheron, that was strike 3.
It's only thrown 2 pitches.
Yeah, he stepped away like he thought that was going around the horn.
1-1 the count on the leadoff man. Number 1 hitter in the lineup for Atlantic City, Brendan Cahill. He swings and misses.
Yeah, he was well. He swung until that one's practically behind him.
1-2 the count. Outside, not by much, though.
Catcher tried to hold that one. Again, we apologize. We don't have a name on number 14 here. As I believe he is one of the JV players getting a chance to step in and catch.
Grounded towards the hole. Nice cover.
Yeah, I think Butcher wanted to take that one himself, but good job by Mulheron to come over there and make the play. And I want to say the ball always finds the new fielders, but I mean pretty much everyone. Pretty much everyone is a new fielder, and actually I forgot the center fielder.
There's some of our people that working the game. Our cameraman right there.
That is Jackson.
Jackson's waving to us. One of the many people who have gotten us great replay opportunities throughout the season. Okay.
That's Steve Myers out there.
Steve Myers.
On the third base side giving us the wave. So I mentioned that's actually, and Garrett Shapiro is the center fielder. Forgot to mention him that second time.
Popped up. Is it in fair territory? It is, and that is the game right there. 1-2-3 inning to finish it off. Cole Mulheron really doing a good job on the mound, and Millville's offense erupting today for 18 runs on senior day. So the Thunderbolts in cruise control from that first inning onward. They win this one 18-1. So they go through the traditional handshakes. Of course, we'll have our star or stars of the game. I think we'll figure out who that's going to be. I'm looking at Hill and Cologne myself. Cologne, since he doesn't get to play much, had a big day. And, of course, Wayne Hill is approaching the 100-hit mark.
Yeah, I mean, Wayne Hill, pretty obvious that he's going to be one of our stars of the game. And, yeah, Cologne, as we mentioned, not having a chance to play much this season, but getting a chance to start kind of down the stretch. So, yeah, we'll tally up some things. We'll take a look and see who we bring up for our player of the games.
18-1 the final. We'll be back with the star of the game part of the program right after this.
In South Jersey, we do things our own way. We say things out loud, face things head on, and never back down. And that's how we fight cancer. With the most advanced diagnostics, leading-edge technology, and a team of doctors who know how to treat your cancer. And most importantly, we do it right here at the Frank and Edith Scarpa Cancer Center, Vineland, and the Leading Edge Cancer Center, Mullica Hill.
I just need a break. Will I have it tomorrow?
We are here to help.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is your hometown team for banking. We offer banking which is small town focused and customer based. We know you and we are for you. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is a nonprofit and federally insured. Solid as a Thunderbolt airplane, we are your team. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union, 1601 Cedar Street.
Hi, I'm Bob Millard, President of Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union. Come see us and experience banking as it used to be.
Here and in person, the fabulous Blackwood Quartet.
Come on, help us now. Hey!
Join us for a night of great Southern gospel music. It happens May 19th, 7 p.m. at New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey. Entrance is free, and a love offering will be taken. May 19th, 7 p.m. That's May 19th, 7 p.m. at New Life Church for the fabulous Blackwood Quartet.
Imagine Imagine living without pain. For over 35 years, Doctors Beebe and Doyle have helped thousands of people find relief from all types of pain. Millville Chiropractic Center has 4 doctors on staff specializing in hands-on or light-touch, drug-free pain relief methods. The examination, x-rays, therapies, and adjustments are all performed at one location. Schedule a consultation today. Enjoy life without pain and discomfort. Millville Chiropractic Center, the area's #1 pain relief center.
In South Jersey, we do things our own way. We say things out loud, face things head on, and never back down. And that's how we fight cancer. With the most advanced diagnostics, leading-edge technology, and a team of doctors who know how to treat your cancer. And most importantly, we do it right here at the Frank and Edith Scarpa Cancer Center, Vineland, and the Leading Edge Cancer Center, Mullica Hill.
I just need a break. Will I have it tomorrow?
We are here to help.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Fred Melendez back at Mike Trout Field here at Millville, New Jersey, and you really could not have scripted a much better senior day than the one that Millville put together today. They win this one 18-1. They start out with an 8 runs in the first inning. They added 7 more in the third, and in the middle of that, meager 3 runs were scored in the second inning. But twice in this game, they sent 13 batters to the plate and come away with an 18-1, a solid 18-1 victory here on Seniors Day for Millville. They are now 11-9 on the season, and really we're just going to go right down the lineup here and tell you what each player did because everybody pretty much contributed here. Leadoff man Wayne Hill. All he did was go 2 for 4 with 5 RBIs, 3 runs scored. He had a double and a home run, a 3-run blast to center field in that third inning. 2 hits on the board for Matt Meiswinkle. And again, Millville started all of its seniors all in the first 6 spots of the lineup as far as the batting order was concerned. David Rodriguez, he batted third. He had a couple of walks, actually 2 walks. It was hit by a pitch, and he had a double and an RBI. He also scored twice. The number 4 hitter, cleanup batter, got to start today. C.J. Staniak, he went 1 for 3, 2 runs scored and an RBI. Caden Mulherron had a pretty big day. 3 for 3, 3 runs scored and an RBI. He had 3 singles on the day. Henry Colon, who did not get to start much this season, but he certainly made the most of his at-bats today. Solid shot to center field for his first time up for a single. He finishes 2 for 3. He was also hit by a pitch, scored 2 runs, batted in 2 more. Then we have Sergio Draws, one of the regulars. He walked a couple times and had a double and a single besides that. So he was 2 for 2 with 3 runs scored. And Connor Lacey in the 8th spot, the DH today for Millville, 3 runs scored on a 2 for 3 day, and he had 3 RBIs. So up and down the lineup, the offense got it done for an 18-1 score. Pitching-wise, Cole Mulherron really limited the offense for Atlantic City. The Vikings got their 1 run in the top of the 4th inning. That was on a fielding error. Wild pitch also scored him. But Mulherrin finishes the day, a five-inning effort, just allowing 2 hits, struck out 6, and walked 3. So he had himself a pretty good day on the mound as well. Cole Mulherrin, the winning pitcher in Millville overall, just got it done today on senior day. 18-1 is the final. We're going to attempt to get all 6 seniors on our Star of the Game show because they all contributed something. So stick around for that. A very big day for the Millville offense. A great pitching performance by Cole Mulherrin, and they win it big, 18-1. Stay with us for our Stars of the Game.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves at making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is your hometown team for banking. We offer banking which is small town focused and customer based. We know you and we are for you. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is a non-profit and federally insured. Solid as a Thunderbolt airplane, we are your team. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union, 1601 Cedar Street.
Hi, I'm Bob Millard, President of Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union. Come see us and experience banking as it used to be.
Here and in person, the fabulous Blackwood Quartet.
Come on, help us now. Hey!
Join us for a night of great Southern gospel music. It happens May 19th, 7 p.m. at New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey. Entrance is free, and a love offering will be taken. May 19th, 7 p.m. That's May 19th, 7 p.m. at New Life Church for the fabulous Blackwood Quartet.
I just need a break. Will I have it tomorrow?
We are here to help.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Yeah, I knew I was going to do that. Mike Trout Field. I love Jeff, but Mike is the star, of course. These 6 guys are the seniors that really made an 18-1 victory possible. David, we asked you about your future plans, so go ahead and repeat those.
So I'm going to be attending Mercy College in Dobbs Ferry, New York, playing Division II baseball and studying exercise science to become a physical therapist.
Mm-hmm.
So, taking the towns up to New York. That's what it is.
And you're going to continue on the diamond, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
very
sir.
good, very good. Our next star of the game here, one of the seniors, Henry Cologne, had a pretty good day for himself here with a few hits. And that first single that you had was solid, and I'm sure you enjoyed playing in this game for sure.
Yeah, I definitely did. I've been playing with these guys all my life, from Little League to Babe Ruth over here at Millville. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of surreal to like play in the senior day. I mean,
I like the word.
Laughing,
oh, you laugh. That's a great word.
Me up, bro.
That's a great word.
I was good the first time. I was good the first time. But yeah, it is kind of surreal. I would have never expected this before, but you know, it was a good day. It was a good day.
And your thoughts? What are you going to do after graduation?
I'm looking to still play baseball at the next level. Probably go do something for art. I like to draw a lot. I'm a very creative person, so some along the lines of that.
Okay. Our next star of the game, we've talked about him all season. He needs no introduction, as they say, right? Wayne Hill, of course, another big day for the Wainster. Can I call you the Wainster? I don't know why that just came to mind. Binky, okay.
No, call me Wayne. Call me Wayne.
Well, all you did today was a 2-run double and a 3-run homer. That's just 2 at bats. So you had a pretty good day today. 2 for 4, 5 RBIs, 3 runs scored. How did you feel about this game for yourself?
I feel great coming into this game. I kind of had a little mark for 100 hits, but it kind of didn't fall. So,
are we officially at 99 hits?
Yeah, we are.
We're tossing that around upstairs. 99 hits
we're at
after
99.
today. Okay, so the next one is the mark.
Yep.
And you've got at least one more game to do it?
Yep.
If not
Tomorrow.
a couple? Tomorrow's the day. Okay. You heard it here. Wayne Hill's predicting number one. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But very good. How do you feel about center field? Do you love center field play?
Oh, I love center field. It's where I've been playing basically my whole baseball career.
Right.
So I just feel very comfortable out there, It's pretty.
Now, be honest with me. You were picked off in the first inning, right?
Debatable. It was debatable.
Debatable, okay.
It was debatable, but do I think I was? Probably, yeah. I'll go with yeah.
All right, and your plans, I know we mentioned it earlier this season. What are your plans for after high school?
To go to Delaware State University for athletic training.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
And are you going to continue playing?
Yep.
Those people are lucky to have you.
Thank
Seriously, they're going to enjoy that kind of baseball that you're going to provide. All right, moving right along here, I'm going to let Ariel finish it up. Yeah, we split it up evenly, so we're going to let Ariel take over the interviews.
I was starting to wonder if I was going to be able to say anything today. Another one of our stars of the game, Matt Meiswinkle, had a couple hits in this one. We see you over at second base pretty much kind of all season long. Just what has it meant to you to be able to play? Kind of all these guys Support talked about, you guys have played together pretty much all your lives. Just what does it mean to come out here with this group of guys?
To come out.
They all wait for your answer.
I know. To come out here all day, every day, it's like we made a family out here. We come out here every practice, every game, and we do the same thing. We preach Bolt family, and to do that today and to come out for all the seniors and to have a day, it felt great.
Should I just keep it going and make you say one nice thing about each guy around here? They just wait for every answer?
I don't think I could say anything nice about these guys.
Wow, bro.
Besides Wayne, besides my number one right here,
And what are you planning to do after high school?
I'm going to Rowan College, South Jersey, right next door for 2 years free for electrical engineering.
Free is always nice.
Always nice.
And are you going to continue to play baseball?
I most likely will continue to play, yes.
All right. And one of our other stars of the game, I'll make it easy for you, Caden. I know you said easy answers.
Thank you.
Caden Mulheron, one of our stars of the game, 3 for 3, 3 runs and an RBI in this one, so your bat was working pretty much all game long. Did you feel good coming in today?
I felt good. Locked in, good vibes out there. Shout out my boy, Nicky Hignett. Yeah.
And you have kind of a cool opportunity to play with your brother, Cole Mulheron. Got to start today, got to go all 5 innings, had a pretty good game. How cool is that for you two to be able to play together?
That's amazing. I'm so glad to play with him, especially my last year and his first year.
Yeah, I guess, how much does it mean for you to, you only get to play 1 year together, but to be able to see him have the kind of effort like that, I mean, you guys put up all the runs for him. He didn't really have to think too much on the mound, but just how special is it to see him up there on the pitcher's mound?
It's definitely special. I love it. I enjoy every moment of it.
And what do you plan to do after high school?
Military. I'm going to the U.S. Air Force.
Nice. I'm going to say then it's no baseball after that then. We're going to go straight in Caden Mulheron. All right, CJ, it's your moment now. CJ Staniak, a friend of the broadcast. He's kind of helped us out a little bit. You got a chance to start in this one. 1 for 3, 2 runs, and an RBI in this one. Yeah, obviously you don't always, not to again put the dagger on you either, you don't always get a chance to start. Yeah, you get to DH sometimes. You got to play the field today over at third base. I know I see you sometimes taking grounders at first base as well, but what was it like just for your coach to be able to put you guys out there all together like that?
I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, it's hard to say, it's kind of restate what everybody say. We've been playing together forever, and, you can't state that enough how special it is to, have everybody here for this moment. As for being out there at third base, I haven't really, done it much this season, so it was pretty special. I know that's where my first varsity action was last year, and so, it was great to get back out there. Of course, we don't know. I'm going to assume that's probably my last time playing third base. But I just enjoyed every moment, trying to take everything, not take anything for granted today, trying to enjoy every single pitch as much as possible.
And how cool was it? We saw at the end there, Coach takes you guys all out at the same time. How special of a moment was that to share with these guys?
Yeah, I mean, it was powerful. We know that, our time on this field is coming to an end here at Millville. We got a few games left, and we're, of course, not done yet on this field. Playoffs, especially with playoffs coming next week, we're not done yet. But this is just a powerful moment to be able to celebrate, all the hard work that we've all put in for, the better, a decade now. And so I really think that, it's just, above anything else, it's just powerful and, special to be able to share the field with these guys, share these memories with these guys, and with the guys below us that are going to take over this program in the coming years.
And you talk about the memories. We might have to take this around the group again, but if you could pick out kind of one moment over your varsity baseball career that maybe sticks out to you? Is there any one moment you think you really will remember after this?
Yeah, certainly. Well, I mean, if you're asking me my favorite moment, it's hard not to pick Edgar Ramos' walk-off homer last year here against Vineland. I mean, that was just an incredible moment. I've always wanted to be part of the Millville-Vineland rivalry, and that was my second time ever taking part in that game. So that was just really special how we were able to come together as a group above anything else. But it's really hard to pick anything. I mean, there are no low days where we're lacking or in personality or anything like that. I mean, there's always plenty to go around, and you always learn something new about everybody here. So they keep you on your toes.
You talk about personality. I don't think this group lacks any personality at all.
Not at all.
What are you planning to do? I know I heard you and Rodriguez as well that your associate's degrees.
Correct. Yes.
So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
What are you planning to do now after high school?
Yeah, so my baseball career is going to be over, in the coming weeks. But I'm going to Montclair State University. I'm likely going to dual major. Sports communication is my first major. I'm not quite sure what the second major is going to be yet, but that's what we're doing.
And if I'm able to, I do want to go around the group and kind of ask everybody. Again, Kate, I know to put the mic on you again. If you can think of one moment that sticks out to you during your Bolt career.
Our playoff win against Lenape last year. My boy Connor Lacey pitched a good game. That was probably my favorite memory.
And Matt?
I would say the same thing. The Lenape playoff game. First inning, came in 5-hitter. Wayne Hills on third base, and 2 strikes. Coach Fim calls a suicide squeeze. And I didn't know what to do, to be honest with you.
You're like, are you sure about that?
Yeah, I was like making sure he called the right thing. I laid it down. Wayne got safe, and ultimately that run was the sealing of the game.
I would say, Wayne, it sounds like you might have a pretty similar favorite memory.
I'm gonna switch it up. So my favorite moment of the season got to be the Cherokee game where me and David went back-to-back home runs. It was just energetic, and I mean, not really, but just to have me and David go back-to-back, it just felt amazing because...
You'll get a turn, David. You'll get your turn.
But yeah, that was really my favorite moment.
Henry? It doesn't have to be just this season, but just in general, your career.
So, baseball-wise, I'd probably have to say the second game against Vineland, at Vineland. That was just a high-energy game. We stayed in there the entire time. I made that throw to keep us in the game. That felt pretty good. That was a good one. That was my second game back after sitting 30 days, so I was sitting for so long.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd say just team-wise was probably that. When we threw stuff out of our car at each other all night long. Yeah,
We're going a little prank war now.
We had a war. I swear, a war. We had a war.
It sounds like this group definitely has a lot of fun together. We'll say
I backed out of his car with some Vaseline, so his car is moisturized. Oh my god. I'm gonna comment on Wayne's. That game was electric. I mean, going back-to-back with Wayne it's a memory that just sticks in my head every single time I go to bat. Every time he hits a ball out, that's all I think about, especially today, I mean, I don't think his ball was smoked, and to be honest, I don't think my ball landed yet. So it was amazing. So shout out Jesus.
I mean, it's so easy to see kind of the camaraderie that this group has. We've seen it pretty much all season long. How much fun these guys have. You can see them joking with each other in the interview. They're standing behind each other, making sure they say good things about each other. You can just see how much kind of this team has meant to this group of seniors right here.
I think we want to end this interview with, if we can get an impromptu boom celebration that you guys do after home runs. Can we get one of those just to finish this up? No.
We got to get the group. Yeah, let's get the group.
There we go.
Had to get Connor
I had a
Lacey
feeling
in there.
that would be an exciting way to end the interview.
Yep, had to get Lacey in there for the boom celebration. We've seen a lot. We saw that so much today. 18 runs across the board. We had plenty of those celebrations today. And we tried to get Coach Fimiani to come over here.
Coach Fim, now he's shaking.
Yeah, Coach Fim wants to stay off the camera. That's okay. Wait, before we go, Matt wants to say a few words.
Today was great. I want to shout out Coach Fim, Coach Hunter, and Coach Court. Anything today, it couldn't be possible. I want to thank Coach Fim's mom actually made our cookies that we're gonna eat later. So I want to thank everybody. I want to thank the team. It was a great night. Thank you.
yeah, you got them, and Wayne wants one too.
I just want to give a shout out to Esteban, my friend. Edwin. Give a shout out to Edwin.
Edwin, my friend.
Give a shout out to Kimbo over there. I love you, man. It's all love, bro. It's all love. That's it.
Anybody else want to shout out?
Shout out Daretown School, Salem County Special Services. Let's go.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I think we just got a little plug there.
Well, we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast as much as we enjoyed covering this game. Lots of exciting moments, end to end. It ended a little early, but I'll tell you what, Millville played with authority. They got it done early, and to have 13 men come up twice in a game is quite an effort. So these guys deserve it, as well as the rest of the team that played today. A very solid effort by your Millville Thunderbolts. They win senior day 18-1. We're going to go ahead and mention all the people that helped us out with the broadcast, because as I mentioned many times, this is a privilege and an honor to do this anytime we get a chance to do that. We had on the cameras Jackson Millard and Steve Myers. Our co-director, Becca Panchasine, she always does a great job, along with Ryan Narowski. And we want to mention the graphics people that we have working. They're not here, but they are just about as important a part as anything when we have the starting lineups, the defensive lineups, the scoreboard, and all that. So that is to the credit of George Cuccia. And the images that you see, also the animations, are Pastor Richard F. Myers. All these great people work these games. We thank our main man, Jim Quinn, for the opportunity to be here. Again, our final today, 18-1, for Ariel Melendez, Fred Melendez, saying, join us again for our next coverage of Millville baseball and all the other sports that we do throughout the year. Have yourselves a great night, everybody.
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.